The college football season moves into the heart of November, and it's a huge game today at St. Vincent Field in Indianapolis. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott McCauley along with Lance Scheib, and we have reached the finale, the regular season finale for the Marian Knights, and it's a big one today because Coach Mark Henniger knows a win today and Marian punches their ticket to the NAIA playoffs for the fourth consecutive year. That would be a school record. 4 straight years in the postseason and a real strong opportunity to host in the first round. So it is all laid out in front of the Knights today. The opponent, a 7-3 squad from Southfield, Michigan, Lawrence Tech. Lance, it's a pleasure to be working with you today, and we have reached that part in the season. Win today and you're in. A couple of weeks ago when Marian lost on the road at Indiana Wesleyan, a lot of question marks. This team has responded, and as a head coach yourself, you know how this works. Everything now for this team is here. It's in front of them, and they can accomplish all their goals today.
The great thing, Scott, right now, to your point, is you have so much to play for. That's the one thing at this time of the year. You're really trying to gain momentum when you know you've got that chance to play at the next level in the tournament, which is what you've been working for all off season, all through the things that they've been going through with COVID and last year, last spring. I'm excited for Coach Henniger and the Knights.
You know, this is a legacy program as Marian will kick the ball away today to Lawrence Tech. For Marian, this is their 15th season of football. A win today, and it will be their 10th postseason appearance. That's incredible from where this program started. You remember that first year? This is now a legacy program. They're also looking to try and win their 8th regular season game. That would be the 6th time in the last 8 fall seasons under head coach Henniger.
Scott, again, I love the idea of talking about where they were. I remember going to Pike High School and watching them play when they first started, and to see the culture that is built with football now and what it's done to the school in transforming this into a football powerhouse.
And so Marian will kick it away. They did win the toss. They have deferred, so they will receive the second half kick. And it's a short kick taken inside the 10-yard line. And Lawrence Tech with an explosive return to open up the game. And that is into Marian territory out to the 42-yard line. Excellent return from Christian Broaden. And great field position for Tyler Kulka. Lance, this is a quarterback that throws this ball around. He has 5,700 yards passing in his career. This will be his 25th career start for Kulka. He's a 6'1", fourth-year man out of Clinton Township, Michigan. This is a pass-first style offense that we'll see from the Blue Devils today.
I'm anxious to see how Kulka does at protecting the football. He's got 14 touchdowns, which I like, but 10 interceptions. I think Tyler Stinn and the Knight defense is going to go get him today.
Yeah, Tyler Stinn, the defensive coordinator. This defense has been outstanding in their last 6 contests. Kulka will put it in the air, and he's looking down towards the red zone, and it's incomplete. And that will bring up 2nd down and 10. The defense has responded since that loss against Indiana Wesleyan.
Well, again, this is a growing situation for Tyler Stinn as well, because he's learning, and we talked about this before the game, of just what was going to happen and how he has changed as a coach. And I think this defense is finding its footing. We talked about the youth movement. You're looking at a lot of young kids playing and have a lot of great things in front of them, but as the youth gets more experience, they play awfully well.
Yeah, and one of the highlights of this defense is number 5, the linebacker in the yellow shoes, Sir Zion Dance. 2 weeks ago, he was the Mid-States Defensive Player of the Week, 4th-year man out of Ben Davis High School. Offsides penalty makes it 1st and 5 from the 39. Kulka to his left. That's at the sticks. That's his big tight end, C.J. Thompson, that makes the catch, his 39th of the season. It's good for a 1st down.
I love what Lawrence Tech is doing here. Get the ball out of the hands quick. Don't let that defensive line from Marian get going here, because I think you have to get pressure. And how do you defeat pressure? You spread it out, and you get the ball out in less than 2 seconds.
Thompson will be one of the favorite targets, big number 87. Also, Jaden Rembert, Kendall Williams, and Matthew Ransom are the 3 wide receivers. Ben Britton is the running back to the left of Kulka. Nowhere. As you'd expect against this Marian defense, they're outstanding overall against the rush, giving up just 124 on the year.
Up front, I just think that's a huge advantage for the Knights. And I think that's why if you're Lawrence Tech, just run enough just to keep them honest. But again, you're going to live and die by the throw. Kulka has been great all year long. He's going to have his best game of the year to give the Blue Devils a chance.
2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. This Marian defense led by their linebackers and Sir Zion Dance, Trevor Adler, but of course the defensive line has always been the heart of this defense. Kulka wants to put it in the air, get some protection, has a man underneath, and it's complete. That's Kendall Williams, the senior from the state of Florida, that makes the catch.
Love the idea again. Spread this night defense out and then get the ball out. 1, 2, 3, ball's gone. Now that great front that you've talked about, Scott, now really is not real relevant because they can't get home. And so that's going to be a huge challenge for this defense in Tyler Stin. How do you create pressure, picking and choosing when you're going to go get this offense?
Well, 3rd down and 1 for the Blue Devils.
Scott, I still think they may throw it here. I know they have just, again, it's 2 downs to make a 1st down, but we'll see.
Kulka hit. His arm was moving. Dance jumps on it. And Sir Zion Dance scoops the ball. We'll see what call the officials make. And they're going to say if that's an incomplete pass or a fumble. They're going to come together. It looked like he was starting to move with that. And here comes Marian football. It's a turnover.
Darren Haas and his crew, a great crew with today's game, determined that it was a fumble. And again, it was an empty hand, meaning the ball was out of his hand as the arm was going forward. Great call by Darren Haas and his crew.
Jake Paris with the hit. Dance picks it up, and how about that stop? And that was not pressure from the D-line. That was a linebacker coming through.
You've got to create pressure, and again, how do you do that with bringing your linebackers? And I love it. You can't hold the ball against this night defense.
So Marian will take over. 1st down and 10. And the handoff right up the gut is Tristan Tante. Good carry on 1st down out to the 35-yard line.
Tristan Tante, a Warren Central product. Dad was the wrestling coach at Warren and Perry, and just a great senior player. Happy to see Tristan doing well.
Gain of 6 on 1st down, 2nd down and 4. Tante is the running back behind Zach Bundelow. Another one for Tante. This time he has stood up, spins forward for 2. It'll bring up a 3rd down and short.
And Scott, you talked about this before the game. This Marian Knight team, they're going to run the ball. That's something that is unusual in today's offenses, but they are physical up front. They have big physical backs. Not that they can't throw the football, but they want to establish that run early with how Andy Mitchell calls the game.
They run behind that 2nd-team All-League senior in the spring, Darren Dillon, number 77, movement up front. Bundelow felt like he had the free play. It was blown dead.
And Bundelow, 6'4", 240, just a freshman from Lake Central. And just, again, a big body, big, strong, strapping young man, can throw it, hitting on 53% of his passes. But I just like how he has grown throughout the year, and I think we'll see a little more of him today.
Marian averages about 6 penalties per game for 50 yards. And, Lance, that just tells you it's small penalties. It's mistakes like this. It's 5 yards here, it's 5 yards there, and this will back them up. So instead of facing a 3rd and 2, you're going to look at 3rd down and 7.
And what it does, it takes away the run option. And not that you're not going to run the ball 3rd and 7, but now you put the game more in Bundelow's hands, which he's capable of doing that. Again, the nice thing is game 7 for Zach, so he's playing well.
Keep an eye on number 4 in the slot, Johnny William.
Boy, he is special. When he gets the ball, he is electric, averaging almost 22 yards a catch. He is their go-to deep threat.
Marian changes up the play. Ben Stevens is the wide receiver at the top of your screen. Bundelow will put it in the air. Clean pocket, deep over the middle and over the head of Johnny William. And Marian will punt it away after their first possession goes with a 3rd down incomplete.
Great job by Lawrence Tech there of getting the ball back to its offense there and kind of rising up against the run, because again, that if you're going to win today and you're Lawrence Tech, you've got to stop the run first and try to make Marian a one-dimensional team.
Yeah, Lawrence Tech had a good drive, an excellent kickoff return that had their offense starting in Marian territory, but then a fumble on a hit by Jake Paris of the quarterback Kulka turned the ball over, and nothing Marian could do with on their first touch. So here is Taylor Soper, a terrific punter, probably in the running for 1st-team All-League. That doinks the top of the head for Marian, and that will be down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, the ball will be placed about the 26 because it goes where first touch was. Again, great coverage by the Knights. I think, as you talked about, Scott, they did a great job on the kickoff return, Lawrence Tech did. So you want to make sure that you're paying even more attention, special teams-wise. Don't give them those hidden yards.
T-Ray Smith, second-year man, had that ball hit him in the helmet. 11:07 to play. So now our second look here at Lawrence Tech. And, Lance, let's go over some keys. What's going to be important today for both of these teams and really for Marian to try to come out with a win?
Well, we talked about this. The offensive line play for Lawrence Tech is great because they got to try to somehow slow down this Marian defensive front. Big plays, which we've seen already on both sides, I think is really important. And this is a huge must-win for the Knights. And so I think hopefully they're playing with a little more urgency than what Lawrence Tech is.
Yeah, win today, and Marian will be in the postseason for the fourth consecutive year. Tyler Majors, fourth-year man out of Lawrence North, makes the tackle on the ball carrier, and that will be a loss of 2.
That front is really good, and we keep talking about it, but they reestablished the line of scrimmage, and they really are going to force Lawrence Tech into being one-dimensional.
Boy, a huge jump on the outside. It's the tight end that makes the catch, and he's immediately brought down. Big jump on the outside. Looked like Shamar Smith was timing up that snap, couldn't get to the quarterback, and Kulka does a nice job getting rid of it quickly.
He does. Smith from Decatur Central, I thought he was in the backfield a little early, but boy, he got off there like a rocket. Great job by Kulka getting the ball out of his hands.
And Thompson with his second catch. Nate Fry, the safety, comes up to make the tackle. Third down and long for the Blue Devils. Second possession, no score, first quarter.
Last time the Knights brought pressure, they got home and caused a fumble. Let's see if they can do it again.
Well, they sent Paris again, and that time the ball sails, and there were 2 Knights in the vicinity, so a miscommunication. Kulka's fortunate that Fry or Kwok doesn't come away with that football.
Great job again by Tyler Stenna drawing up pressure here. Paris again coming unblocked, and Kulka is forced to get rid of the ball sooner than he wants, and they were very fortunate that the ball was not intercepted.
Well, Jake Paris, second-year man out of Carmel, already making an impact, rushing that throw. He forced a fumble. He had an interception 2 weeks ago in the last home game in the upset win over Concordia. Really good last couple of games. A good stretch here last month for Paris.
Just a freshman, and that's going to be a theme across the board is you got a very young Knight team. The great thing, Scott, is at this point of the year, those freshmen and sophomores now have grown up, and they're starting to play like upperclassmen.
You know, and Lance, because you played in the spring and it was with COVID, you were allowed a red shirt year. A lot of these players, like Paris, like Dalen Taylor, they've been playing football since February. You only had a small window to break in the summer. This has been a long year for these football players.
It's been great because they've been able to play football and were able to get a season in last spring. But when this thing is all said and done, these guys are going to need a little time just to regroup and recoup their body.
Bundalo swings it in the flat to Tante, full head of steam. And Tante carries it out past the 40-yard line. Coming up to put a shoulder hit, strong safety John Williams.
I'm a huge Tante fan. Again, a multi-sport athlete at Warren Central, came in from Perry when Dad came over as a coach. But I just, Tristan has just paid the price and paid his dues. And again, I'm happy to see him excelling.
Fifth-year senior. Boy, they are giving him the ball. Has the first down. He is into Lawrence Tech territory down to the 41-yard line.
That offensive line is starting to make way now here. It's starting to own that line of scrimmage early on. And Lawrence Tech kind of put up a fight early. And now here comes that establishing that run. Andy Mitchell wants to be able to establish that and then get things going, but let those linemen work.
14-yard gain to the 42-yard line. Tante still in that backfield. To the left of Bundalo. He'll put this ball in the air on first down and 10. He's looking for all of it, and it's just out of the reach of Ben Stevens. He had beat 2 defenders.
Love Ben Stevens, a Danville product, has just been very productive at his time at Marian. Great job of trying to take the top off of the defense. Super play there, almost got him.
Second down and 10 for Bundalo in this offense. And there is an identity in Marian. The identity on defense is defensive line and pressure. On offense, it's run the football. This is the 3rd straight season in which Marian has run the ball. 60% of their plays, 65% of all plays this year, run plays. Here's the RPO and a floater is out of bounds, sets up 3rd down and long. That's remarkable to have that type of imbalance in today's college football game.
Well, if you look at what Iowa has done and what Wisconsin has done, when you can run the football and you play great defense, it normally wins or ends up with a lot of wins and success. And that's what Mark Henniger believes in. It's where he is, and I think Andy Mitchell has bought into that. Andy is a great offensive coordinator, and it is like that, having that identity, and that's something that wears on a team and wears on your opponent.
Well, Marian, 43% on 3rd and long, 3rd down and 8 or more. 3rd and 10, Bendelo steps in. He has Stevens, steps around a man, trying to get to the corner, and Ben Stevens still on his feet inside the red zone. Huge pickup on 3rd and long.
Great job by Bundalo of hanging in the pocket, letting it develop, and then great job by Ben Stevens of finding that soft spot and then making some yards after catch. Great job by the Knights.
Boy, that is a huge 3rd down conversion. You move into the red zone, the Ortho Indy red zone at the 17-yard line.
And now do what you do. If you're Marian, you're going to sit there and bloody their nose a little bit, and you're going to go after them.
Gain of 25 on 3rd down and 10, and a timeout will be called by Lawrence Tech. We'll step aside with 8:41 to play. Marian threatening here in the first quarter on the ISC Sports Network.
I've always liked Indianapolis. I've been interested in the bigger city life. The community and everything fell into place.
With my degree, I plan on becoming a pediatric nurse. Indianapolis has several hospitals and different options to choose from as to where I should go.
I chose Indianapolis because I love the Pacers, I love the Colts, and this is a basketball city. Just wanted to stay in the city, play in front of my friends and family, and try to give Marian my best.
This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Tristan Tonte already with 23 yards on the ground. Marian, their biggest play of the early afternoon, a 25-yard throw from quarterback Zach Bundalo to Ben Stevens has put Marian at the 17-yard line with 8:41 to go. Their second drive of the game and looking to take the game's first lead.
This is the first time they've really started establishing that running game with Tonte, so let's see if they can continue to build on that.
Tonte will take it, plants his foot, and is able to move inside the 15-yard line, working on the right side of that line. That's behind Isaac Meyer, a third-year man out of Woodburn, Indiana, and Zach Sibila, second-team All-League in the spring. This is just his first year of football, his second season, a true freshman in the spring.
Yeah, Sibila, again, 6'3", 290 from Zionsville High School, really has established himself early, and Meyer from Woodland, two guys that are really starting to pay dividends here for the Knights.
Second down and 7, 3-yard gain to Tonte. And this time he's met in the backfield. Nowhere to go. T.J. Gunter, number 0. That's a 0-on-0 play. Gunter shoots through the middle of that line and makes the play.
That's just a numbers game there for Marian. They brought more than they could block, and with that happening again, that's why this RPO has become such a great part of the offense, because you can read that defense, and really the defense can never be right.
Nice play by the linebacker, bringing up 3rd down and 9. You have William and C.J. Young split to the left. Stevens, the lone wide receiver, to the right.
Keep your eye on 4, Johnny William. He is their playmaker.
And Bundalo looking at that side. Now he'll run up and floats in, and he had Tonte wide open. He'll make the catch. If that's able to keep Tonte on his feet, the senior walks in.
great job by Bundalo just staying alive, climbing in the pocket. To your point, Scott, if he just throws it to him, just lets him stand and catch it, he's going to walk in, but they'll take it as 1st and goal inside the 5.
That is a heck of a catch.
It was. And Tristan Tante, a multi-sport athlete in high school, just a really good athlete in general. Happy to see him make the catch.
Boy, that's great footwork. Get yourself in position to make that catch. Baron Hebler is the tailback, his first touch, and he will not make it to the 6-yard line, so a loss of 2 on the sweep to the left.
Hebler, a Roncalli product, knows what to do with the ball in his hand, averaging almost 6 yards, a carry, 9 touchdowns. But that time, Lawrence Tech, great job of stringing it out a little bit.
2nd down and goal. Marian, this season, only 53% of their red zone trips result in a touchdown.
You're going to get a straight man-to-man look for Johnny William here.
Bundalo, chance to put it up, floats it up, nearly intercepted, and then nearly back into the hands of Johnny William. A couple of nice plays by number 4, John Williams, the defender, Johnny William, the wide receiver.
I love the play design by Andy Mitchell of getting Bundalo on the move. In the red zone, they're going to overload the box, the tackle, which means that Johnny William is going to be one-on-one. That's where I live.
Couple of inaccurate passes by Bundalo on the move. Free play, floats it up. C.J. Young was the target. Let's see if there was movement from that defensive line.
Should be encroachment, which means that it was a free down, which I like what Bundalo done by throwing the ball downfield.
So that will move the ball to the 3-yard line.
That's Darren Haas, our white hat today. Darren has been a longtime official around the state of Indiana. He and his crew are outstanding.
3rd down and goal to go. Hebler is the running back. Look at all those bodies on the line for Lawrence Tech.
A lot of mass inside there. Look for Marian to get outside of some sort.
Bundalo sets, fires, floating it. Johnny William, did he get his feet in? Touchdown, number 4.
Great job there. Great throw by Bundalo. Protection was solid up front. And then he let Johnny William just let him to the corner on a little corner route. And Johnny was able to get his feet down, both of them down. That would have counted on Sunday. Great play by the Knights.
What a play. What a throw. Great footwork by Johnny William. The 10th touchdown of the season, the 54th receiving touchdown of his terrific Marian career. Pomely now on for the extra point. Tante is the holder, and the freshman's foot is through, and it is good. 7-0 Marian, their 2nd drive of the game. They make it count, a 3-yard touchdown pass, a fade route to Johnny William, and the Knights lead in the first quarter on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Who's got time for hot dogs and disco music? Your mind's cluttered with thoughts of commercial waste removal. So thank the good Lord above for Ray's Trash. Ray's will collect the intolerable rubbish at all your company's locations up to 6 times a week. That's 42 times in dog weeks. They shred documents and recycle too. And Ray's has roll-off containers for big loads, like construction waste or when your giant dies. Got a business? Get yourself to raystrash.com.
Ray'sTrash.com.
Ray's Trash.
Marian leading 7-0. Terrific pass from Zach Bundalo to Johnny William. Touchdown reception number 10 on the season for William, who appears to be on his way to his 5th season as a first-team All-Mid-States East wide receiver for Bundalo. Touchdown number 25 on the season, and the Knights lead it by a touchdown, a short kick after the good return, and it will be muffed, but they will recover it, the Blue Devils, and they will start from their 27-yard line. Really pretty throw, Lance, on the ball from Bundalo to Johnny William and great footwork.
The great thing about that throw and what Andy Mitchell, what Mark Henniger would be really happy with, that's a throw that if Johnny doesn't catch it, it's out of bounds. And it's still your ball. And so that's what you want. You want the ball to be thrown to where he catches, taps his feet, touchdown, or you're still your ball. But great route, great throw, great execution in general by the Knights.
And on that replay, Zach Bundalo takes the snap, never moves his feet,
Yep.
and he gets the protection from the line to stand there with confidence, wait for Johnny William and throw that ball on a dime. So the Knights lead 7-0 in this game in which they need to get into the playoffs, and it's picked off. It was a high throw, and T.Y. Thomas has his first INT, and Marian back in business.
Great job there by T.Y. The ball is overthrown. Hulka was not able to set his feet. His shoulders weren't really where they need to be. The ball goes where your left shoulder is, and because he didn't get his left shoulder at the line of scrimmage, the ball's going to sail. Great INT by the Knights.
Well, the Knights came in on the season just +1 of the turnover margin, +2 already in this game, and they are in business right now at the 43-yard line.
And I have that as the 9th interception on the season for the Knights. Great job of taking the ball away.
So a fumble recovery and an INT and some motion from Meyer on the right side.
Yeah.
Move back 5. It'll be first down and 15.
Yeah, Isaac just a little excited there and ready to go. And so, again, you want to stay ahead of the chains here. So look for a play that, again, you're looking for a 5 to 7 yard play here just to make it second in and almost back to normal or manageable.
Bundalo, the quarterback, 25 touchdowns on the season. First-year starter, leading Marian to the 7-2 mark. Here's Tante, carries the ball out to the 45. Lance, we talk about this university is known for running backs, going back to Tevin Lake and even before him. And Charles Salary in 19 was the National Player of the Year. The quarterback position here, though, Marian has had a quarterback make first or second team all-league in 5 of the last 6 seasons. It's almost incredible. You look at Luke Johnston, Ethan Darter, Hayden Northern. Bundalo appears to extend that streak with the numbers he's done here. They can't produce some big numbers at the quarterback position.
Well, they have, and that's a tribute to Mark Henniger.
Oh, a one-handed catch by Stevens. Oh! The defender all over him.
Just a run-of-the-mill catch by Ben Stevens. Great throw by Bundalo. I thought the should have been a pass interference because he had grabbed his left arm. But what a throw and even better catch by Ben Stevens. And they're right back in the red zone, Scott.
I mean, that is a nonchalant, no big deal, 45-yard pass play into the Ortho Indy red zone. What a catch, what a throw. First down and goal. Hebler trying to get in through the middle. He'll be a yard short.
What a great job, again, by taking advantage with explosive plays. I think that's something that we thought Lawrence Tech needed to take advantage of. And thus far, with turnovers and big plays, everything is going Marian's way.
Second down and goal. Just the reaction to make that catch. Fall down at the 3-yard line, get up, and just jog to the sideline. What a play by Stevens. He's had 2 huge catches today. Another handoff for Hebler. And this time the freshman is in. And Marian has their second first-quarter touchdown.
What a great start. Mark Henniger couldn't be happier just because that's what you want to be able to do is come out here and take care of business early. You've got a Lawrence Tech team that's 7-3, feeling good about where they are right now. And, if you're Marian, you want to establish where that dominance that you're used to being able to have. And you talked about, Scott, before the game, when and they're in the tournament, having a chance to host, which is huge.
10th rushing touchdown of the season for the freshman Hebler. Marlon Pomeroy on for the extra point. And Marian leads 14-0, 3:58 to play. And Lance, you get the interception on the high throw, and you score 3 plays later. That is a clinical clinical response to a turnover.
Explosive plays make the life so much easier for you offensively, and we're seeing here just a great throw by Bundalo, but an even better catch, nonchalant catch, as you talked about, Scott, by Ben Stevens there, and that's just great job of taking advantage of a turnover. Points off of turnovers is critical in this game.
So Marian now leads it 14-0. Well, this will give us an opportunity to talk about AAA roofing. When it rains, it pours. So trust the pros at AAA Roofing. That's who we call at Marian. And on this cold but clear sky on this Saturday afternoon, don't forget to grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, that's a proud partner of Marian University Athletics. And the university and the athletics is just now starting to pick up. You've got the basketball season now ramping up, volleyball in their tournament, soccer in their tournament, football is on the verge of their postseason. These are busy times across Marian University.
All that just adds to the experience of being in college, and that's the one thing that I give Marian credit for. They've got great student athletes, and because they're students first, they're able to excel athletically, and that just brings another dimension to that overall experience of Marian and why this is such a special place to go to college.
Well, Christian Broaden is back deep. He took the first kickoff of the game 45 yards back. Marian pooched their second one. This one will be inside the 10. And another return opportunity for the Blue Devils. Marquise Thorns with the shifty move, and Thorns is out towards midfield. Two dangerous return men for Lawrence Tech, and they will have excellent field position on the return by the junior.
Great job again. I'm not sure I'd kick deep. They've had much more success on just pooching it or squibbing it, but I'm not sure I would give that dangerous Lawrence Tech kickoff return team any more chances the rest of the game.
Well, let's see what Tyler Kolka can do. Now trailing by 2 scores. They were down by 14 points last Saturday in Fort Wayne against St. Francis. And Lawrence Tech was able to erase that deficit, come back and win 31-28, their 7th win of the year. And that's a big program win for Lawrence Tech to go on the road at St. Francis, who is down this year, but that is a legacy program. That's a big win for second-year head coach Avante Mitchell.
Well, Avante Mitchell is very excited about what he's done early on in this his stint at Lawrence Tech. But right now, they've got to find a way to move the football and gain some first downs. The overall presence of this Marian defense and defensive line is starting to really be imposed, and there's no time for Holka. You got to get the ball out quick. You got to move him a little bit, but the ball needs to come out quickly, and that's going to be short routes early on.
Smith forces him in. Chris Oakley wraps him up. Chris Oakley, the 6th-year man out of Lawrence Central, honored today, as many athletes were today, senior day at Marian. What a career Chris Oakley has had. Second team All-League.
Chris comes from that MIC conference of Lawrence Central, and just it's great to see him have a great career, playing awfully well, and just again, it's great to see local kids performing at such a high level.
Boy, look at Tyler Bucher trip up the runner. From Valparaiso, gets his hand out and trips it up. You mentioned, Lawrence Central. Chauncey Mays, Lawrence North. Tyler Majors, Lawrence North. Chris Oakley from Lawrence Central. That's the heart of that defensive line right now for the Knights.
Athletes, and speed. They're able to impose their will because they're so quick and agile and athletic, and they get off the ball so quick.
Marian looks like they'll rush 3, 3rd down and 13. They'll send a blitz up the middle, set up a screen with blockers. That will be a first down catch on the screen, and Britton takes it out of bounds. Great play call on 3rd down and 13. It caught Marian in the blitz in an excellent screen.
To your point, great play call. They're bringing an all-out blitz. There's nobody left. Great play design, great play call, and again, just what Lawrence Tech needed was a first down to move the chains.
Jaden Renbert, a wide receiver, out there blocking, helping freeing up Ben Britton for the catch and the run.
Nice job by Ben Britton of being patient, selling the pass protection first.
Has a 20-yard screen play, and now here's a quick pass on first down to create a 2nd down and short to the tight end C.J. Thompson.
Tyler Holka is very comfortable getting the ball out quickly. The offensive line has done a nice job when the ball's out 1, 2, 3. it just eliminates that or negates a lot of that frontal pressure. And I just think you got to live there. I think you've got to have, probably 4 or 5 different quick passing game concepts to get the ball out fast against this superior Knight defense.
He picks up 6 on first down. Kolka towards the end zone, and a diving attempt. Kendall Williams just out of his reach. He was there. It'll be incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down.
By doing that, again, you're now you're kind of loosening up that Marian defense, and how much do you really want to put your defensive backs on an island playing man, which kind of plays into what Tyler Stinn, the defense coordinator, will call. How much is he willing to put that much pressure on your secondary? So look, again, for a little more base pressure here in base defense.
That was a nice throw. Kolka can step into that and deliver it to the front pylon. 3rd and short. And they'll hand it off, and that will be short of the sticks. So they tried to sneak a run with Britton, and they'll have 4th down and short, and I expect them to go for it.
I think that call there, Scott, tells me they were planning on go for it on 4th down, because you had 3rd and about 4, now you got 4th and about 2. And so I like the play call, just to your point, try to sneak it through, and now you've got a really manageable 4th down play.
They brought in an extra tight end, number 4, Mauricio Jenkins. He's to the right side of the line. Look at this formation. This looks like a victory formation. Kolka will turn. He will float it up, and it's through the hands of Thompson. He broke free. He was there. Dom Small in the coverage. And a really good play, but here's a late flag, and Lawrence Tech will keep the ball.
Because Hulka was so short on his drop, I think caught Marian off guard a little bit, and they're just trying to rush to be able to get to him. But you can't take that 2nd or 3rd step and then hit the quarterback. I know you're close, but those are the rules.
So the personal foul. Half the distance. So put the ball at about the 14-yard line, in between the 14 and the 15.
Exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Mitchell and the Blue Devils here. A sustained drive. You want to be able to keep your defense fresh and keep that Marian offense that's been so good off the field. So just exactly what the doctor ordered for the Blue Devils.
That's the 3rd penalty in the game for the Knights for 25 yards. Kolka held on to that ball, and that one is dropped. Might have been a little low, but Jalen Wallace has to come up with that football.
That's what you do. I've always believed this. If you touch it, you catch it. And, again, you've got to bail your quarterback out when that ball's not a perfect pass, but it was certainly more than catchable. Hit you right in the stomach, maybe a little low, but you got to make that play if you're Jalen Wallace.
Wallace, sophomore from Inkster, Michigan. 2nd down and 10, just inside the 15-yard line. And Kolka will throw that in the flat. Another off-the-mark throw, and I'm not sure if that one was caught.
That's on Hulka. The ball's behind the intended receiver, Williams. You've got to be able to let him run after the catch, and when the ball placement was behind him, didn't let that happen.
Let's see if Marian lined up off sides. So legal formation. Bring up 2nd down and 15.
You can't give up those hidden yards if you're Lawrence Tech to Marian, because, again, I just think Marian is a superior team today. So you've been struggling for 1st downs and yards. You can't line up improperly.
And now you move it back to the 20-yard line. Yep, 2nd down and 15. And also you've put yourself in a position now at the 20-yard line. You feel like you're in 4-down territory, and you've moved yourself farther back from those sticks. You have to get to the 5-yard line in order to keep this drive alive.
And that defense is not giving up a lot of plays today, so that's really a daunting task if you're Lawrence Tech. But right now, when Hulka has delivered the ball quickly, he's done a great job of creating 1st downs for his Blue Devils.
Yeah, the officials wanted to walk this off. At first, everybody walked up to the 15-yard line. I was like, nope, that's not where this will start. Here we go, just inside the 20-yard line. Kolka. Hit as he throws, and a short little completion, a gain of about 6 yards. That one hauled in by Kendall Williams.
Great job by Hulka to be able to move the pocket, find his receiver late, and that is the end of the first quarter.
And Marian has a dominating first quarter. 2 turnovers, and the Marian Knights have a 2-touchdown lead. They lead 14-0 over Lawrence Tech Senior Day, and a win puts the Knights in the playoffs on the ISC Sports Network.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. They've been in business over 35 years. I'm here with Joe Polizzi to talk emergency services. Now, Joe, when I set my house on fire with a toaster, you were actually in my yard before the firefighters left.
Well, Pat, I remember that call like it was yesterday, and although I was disappointed that it was yours, I was happy that I was going to be able to provide some assistance.
You know, this true story, a firefighter actually told me I needed to call someone for emergency services, kind of obvious, and I told him Michaelis was on the way. He said, great, because they're the real deal. Joe, now what do you do in these situations when you show up?
Well, we try to be a calming influence, and we try to find out what the needs are of the family. Everybody's needs are different. Everybody's desires are different. What we try to do is match what we could provide with what they need and do it very smoothly.
I've lived it. If you find yourself needing emergency restoration service in the wake of a fire, flood, or storm, give the Michaelis Corporation a call anytime, 24/7, 844-FIX-INDY.
The minute I stepped foot on campus, I didn't want to leave.
Everyone here is about helping you succeed.
It's hard work, but it's totally worth it.
I have so much support from my advisors.
The nursing program is why I chose Marian.
I'm studying to be a teacher.
I'm a business major.
My professors really challenged me, and I know I'll be ready for my career.
A great education is the best thing you could ever do for yourself.
Marian University, an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship consideration at marian.edu.
14-0 Marian. I'm Scott McCauley along with Lance Scheib. Senior Day. It's the regular season finale for the Marian Knights. Looking for their 8th win. Punch their ticket into the postseason. Indiana Members Credit Union is proud to support Marian University and offers a free Marian Knights debit card with a free checking account. Get your Knights debit card today and show your support. Visit any IMCU branch or sign up online now at imcu.com. Membership savings required, federally insured by NCUA. Tyler Kolka, 6 of 10 in the opening quarter, will run it for the first time, weaves his way inside the 5, lunges down to the 1. Wrapped up down low by Sir Zion Dance. Nate Fry tried to come up top, but really a lot of room, and he navigates himself down 1st and goal.
Huge 3rd and 10 play there, gives the Blue Devils a first down. Kolka, nice job of being decisive in his decision. Again, not necessarily known for his running, but the young 6'1", 215-pound junior does a nice job of putting the ball 1st and goal for the Blue Devils.
And this is an answer that Lawrence Tech needed after falling behind 14-0. They fell behind in the first quarter last week and came back to win. Under center, they will try and shove him in, and I think he's across. Still waiting on the officials. They're just going to let that pile go. And it's a touchdown for Kolka. Plenty of guys assisted on that one. The officials let that go, and eventually the quarterback is in, and the Blue Devils are on the board.
That is a rule that came into effect after the USC Notre Dame game, where we got the push with Matt
Liner and Reggie
Bush, and so now that's legal. You can push from behind, and many teams have taken advantage of it. And great job there by the Blue Devils. Great answer for the Blue Devils.
That's a real big answer for Lawrence Tech, being behind by 2 scores. They put together the drive, aided by the personal foul, the quarterback roughing the passer penalty on 4th down. That would have been a turnover on downs. Keeps the drive alive, and they score. So, Lance, that's a big answer right now by Lawrence Tech. And thus far, Marian offensively staying true to their identity, running the football, We talked about one of the big keys is big plays. Zach Bundelow's been able to dial up some big plays.
I've been impressed with Zach Bundelow. I love his motion. I love his poise. I think his accuracy has been really good to start the game. He's allowing the receivers to run after the catch, so accuracy has been really good. But he's got a great coach in Matt Henniger, a phenomenal offensive coordinator in Andy Mitchell, so I'm not surprised that the young freshman is playing well.
And Marian, as a university, 129 wins, 81 of those by Coach Henniger. This is his 9th season. Now, Marian in the last 2 weeks has moved up 3 spots in the polls to number 8. And number 8's a critical spot because number 8 puts you in a position to host a first-round game. Now, Marian will have to enter as an at-large because Indiana Wesleyan, a win today, and the Wildcats would win the MSFA East. Well, they were scheduled to play Madonna. That game was postponed due to COVID on the Madonna side. So an automatic forfeit and a win for IWU. They are the East champs, so they grab the automatic bid. Jalen Jennings, a rare opportunity to return a kick, although it was a squib kick, and a smart job by Lawrence Tech to do that against the nation's most dangerous kick returner. And Marian will start at the 25-yard line.
This is a critical now series for the Knights. I think it's something that keep establishing that dominance up front. You got Bundelow, who's getting more and more comfortable as the game goes on. You create big plays. Love how just the nonchalantness and how well that the receivers are playing. So again, if you're Lawrence Tech, you got to start down a little pressure, I think.
Bundelow, 88 yards passing in the first quarter, 28 yards rushing for Tristan Tante, and here's Baron Hebler, who had a short touchdown run in the first quarter. Now his first chance to start a series as the main back.
The nice thing that I think that Marian's done here is when you're establishing this run so early, and you talked about, Scott, throughout their identity, it just wears on that defense. And you get to that second half, and those guys aren't nearly as really enticing to try to move forward and bring the ball carry down, and you just kind of wear that defense down.
2nd down and 3, good first down run for Hebler. And this time he is right at the sticks. His forward progress will take him beyond the sticks, and that's good for a first down. And that's a great point. Overall, we look at the plays, and yes, they run it 65% of the time. But what's that balance in the first half? And then when you get into the fourth quarter, that's when you can really go to that run-heavy offense. That starts to skew the numbers, and that's when the fatigue is very real on the defensive side.
But I just, again, you want to help your defense out. The best defense is a great running game. I just think you are doing things to physically dominate your opponent, and you wear them down in the fourth quarter, which I love the philosophy of Mark Henniger and the Knights.
3rd straight carry for Hebler, and that one maybe gains a yard. He was leaping into the air, but a good hit by Tommy Lappin, number 30, a linebacker, to make the tackle.
Just keep body blow. I think if you're the Knights here, you keep doing what you do. But I have been really impressed with Zach Bundelow. I like how the 6'4" freshman is throwing the ball. I like the ability that Andy Mitchell has allowed for him to throw it deep as well as get the ball out of his hands early. I've been impressed.
TJ Mullix is the man down for Lawrence Tech. We'll step aside. 14-7 Marian. 12:44 to play in the second quarter on the ISC Sports Network.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location.
Meet Kate. She has a lot to juggle. Family, work. It can lead to trying days and tired nights. But we know Kate, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know at some point her space at a premium life may change. IMCU is here to help Kate and you find your space. Now, add on or remodel with an introductory rate of 1.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Today, it's all about Kate. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Timeout. Lawrence Tech. Their second start timeout of the half.
As we return to action, timeout was called. The injured player was either TJ Mullix or Max Groggins, who was helped out. So Marian then will call timeout. And And Lance, you know it's chilly out there when you bust out the big coat capes. Those are nice looking.
They are impressive. That was one of the things that I was noticing on the sideline, and it's something that I just think it adds a class to your program. It tells me your attention to detail from your head coach is really fantastic, because you want to take care of your players that are in the game and outside of the game, and I think it's just an impressive look for the Knights.
Did you have the airplane heaters on the sideline when you were playing at Purdue?
We had those, and I looked for those last night at different games, and it's really they do work, and it's something that I tended to find myself buy those as much as I possibly could.
Lance and I are inside the ISC studios for today's game, and it's great to sit here and work with Lance and watch this game with Marian needing this win to get in the playoffs, and for a senior day, and for a man that's a Purdue grad. The family is tied with Purdue. It's a big day in the family as well. It's going to be an exciting Saturday for you and everybody.
I love college football, and I love to be able to have the chance here to broadcast with you, Scott, and looking forward to later watching my Boilers play. So hopefully we can come up with another win and be another Spoiler-maker weekend for us.
And they've already beaten a then number 2 and number 3, and they have a shot at number 4 today. Here's Hebler, a 4th straight carry, and this is a good one. That's a gain of nearly 10 yards. Looks like they'll put him right at the spot. Nice run by Hebler, an explosive true freshman who's really come into his own. He's 3rd in the league in rushing per game on the east side of the Mid-States.
The jump cut there by Hebler was impressive. Great job by the young freshman. 9 touchdowns on the season averaging 5.6 yards a carry. He is going to be a load over the next three years for opponents.
You know, you have Hebler, and then you also have him backing up Taylor. Taylor will not play today as the Knights have not put in uniform Dalen Taylor, nursing a shoulder injury. He will be ready should the Knights need him in the week 1 of the playoffs. Here's Bundelow trying to hit Drew Byerly on a post along the sideline, just overshoots his tight end. A lot of depth on the running back side of the ball for Marian, and a lot of that's because of the youth with Taylor and Hebler coming onto their own, because that was a question mark. Would there be depth at that position? And those two have proven that they can handle the load.
The nice thing is, and we talk about this, with Marian wanting to run the football so much, you've got to have depth at that position, because you want to be fresh in the fourth quarter and ability to run the football.
Well, another carry for Hebler, and here is offensive coordinator Andy Mitchell showing you why this is a heavy run offense. Just that one pass play mixed in by Bundelow that was incomplete. Everything else has been Hebler.
I like, though, that pass play, a little play action, but I like where Zach Bundelow's missing. He's missing in the right spots where if Marian doesn't catch it, nobody catches it.
3rd down and 7. Stevens has already had some big catches today, including a 25-yard completion on a 3rd and long. He's at the top of the screen. Johnny William in the slot, C.J. Young in motion. Bundelow looking to his right, looking at Young, caught made, and immediately he is dropped. Good hit coming up from his cornerback position, Marquise Thorns.
Like what Andy Mitchell did there, kind of motioned into a bunch set, going to create a 4th and short here. I'm not sure what Mark Henniger is going to decide. Would not be surprised if he punts it. And just because you're playing so well defensively, see if you can pin him back on a field position.
So Soper will come on to punt. Soper, 44 punts on the season. 16 of those have landed inside the 20s, averaging nearly 42 yards a punt. Outstanding season for the 3rd-year man. Fair catch made by Kendall Williams, and Lawrence Tech will take over there inside their 20-yard line. So now let's look at this Marian defense, Lance. And the job that they've done over the last couple of games has been incredible. They have not allowed more than 10 points in their last 6 games. For the new defensive coordinator, Tyler Stinn, someone you know very well. He was thrust into the position at the start of camp with a change. So this is his first season as a coordinator. In the last 6 games, the defense has allowed 0, 7, 7, 10, 7, 6 points. You throw in today, and it's just 7 points. That is a defense that's figuring things out at the right time of the year.
Well, Tyler Stinn is a true Knight through and through. Tyler played on my very first teams at Noblesville His dad, Paul, actually was on our staff as well. And Tyler's a workaholic, loves Marian. And so happy to see him given the opportunity this year to be the defense coordinator. He's worked awfully hard, and he's starting to figure it out, and I'm really happy for him.
Kolko will put this in the air on first down. Nice catch. Threw that ball right as the head was turning around and coming out of the backfield was Jaden Rember, really from the slot position. Really nice catch.
Great catch, a super throw, because I just like how many different concepts can you throw at this Marian Knight defense to get the ball out of Kolko's hands quickly, because that line's not going to hold up. The superiority lies on the defensive front for Marian.
Kendall Williams moves in motion. Kolko will look that way, and the catch is made, and then quickly getting out of bounds is Kendall Williams, so he went in motion, freed himself up, moved the sticks.
I like it. He put a lot of pressure there on Lockett, the outside linebacker, for the Knights, make him cover a lot of ground, and the ball's going to travel faster than what the feet do, so great job of first down there by Lawrence Tech.
So first down and 10, 33-yard line. Gain of 11 moves the chains. Kolko looking in the middle of the field. Now this becomes a really big drive for Lawrence Tech. Down by 14. Now you're moving the ball a little bit. Look, there's short plays, 4, then you hit for 11, then you get one for another 4 yards, but at least they're moving the ball forward.
Well, these are just like running plays. They're, again, nice 3, 4, 5 yard play. What I would tell Lawrence Tech is don't get bored. It's okay to keep moving the football here. This defense, you don't want to drop back here. The front is too good, so I like the schematics of what Lawrence Tech is doing.
Now they'll hand it off to try and keep the defense honest, and Sir Zion Dance knifes through, and a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
If Sir Zion doesn't get there, Oakley was right there as well. I just think, again, I know you want to keep them honest, but if it's not broke, then don't fix it. Keep throwing the ball short. You're just not going to make a living running the football east and west, especially against this defense.
Boy, there was nothing that the right guard could do in the center. Dance just knifes on through there. Sir Zion Dance, this is his 4th year in the program. He was a part of that incredibly talented Ben Davis State Championship team from 4 years back. Kolka now on 3rd down and long, and he's wrapped. Tyler Majors brings him down, and as the offense was moving, they stall out that quickly.
Great job by Tyler Majors, great job by Sir Zion, and great job again by Oakley. They just created pressure after pressure after pressure, and eventually when you do that, you break. And that's why nice a couple for first downs by Lawrence Tech, but you gotta be a step ahead of this defense, because they physically and athletically are better than you. And super job by Tyler Sten by putting his team in a great position.
So after thinking it was going to be a promising drive, you punt it away, and it's a short punt off the side of the foot, and Marian will take over right at midfield at about the 49-yard line. And those are things you cannot happen if you're Lawrence Tech and you want to upset and win this game against number 8 Marian. You cannot stall out, and then you need your special teams to come away with a good kick.
You've got certain windows during a game that you've got to take advantage of when you are the lesser team or the underdog. That was one of those windows. It's 14-7. Your defense is playing really well. You've got the ball back. Now you've got to establish first down after first down. You don't have to score necessarily, but give your team a little more confidence. You haven't played well against Marian. It's a game which the kids understand that Marian dominates normally in this game, and so you want to stay in that as long as you can.
Tristan Tate is the running back on this series. There's a little RPO. C.J. Young with the catch. Slips inside the 40-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 10-yard game and should be for a first down.
Nice hit there by Tommy Lappin right on the sideline. But, again, what I love about the play, the defense can't be right. You read that outside linebacker. If he collapses and comes down on the run, great. You throw the RPO outside wide, and they did. I just like it really puts the defense at disadvantage.
12th catch on the season for Young. 2nd year man. Here's Tate weaving his way up the middle. He'll break free, and Tate carrying men down to the 22-yard line. Safety John Williams, number 4, was on his back. Really good north and south run for number 0.
6'1", 190. Watch him restart his feet on contact. Whoever restarts their feet the fastest, that's who wins in this game of football when it comes to blocking and tackling and running. And that time, Tristan Tante was able to restart his feet and was able to get some extra yards after contact.
Gain of 16 for Tante. Free play. Bundalo will put this one up towards the end zone. It will be intercepted and down to the 1. Now let's make sure that it is the free play, or else it's a pick right now for Roland Black.
And you got offsides. Nice job, Bundalo. Again, just give yourself, your defense or your receiver a chance to make a play. That's really the first bad ball that Bundalo's thrown. And again, he missed that fade route by probably 8 to 12 yards. That ball had to be thrown in the back corner, let his receiver run to it. He tried to almost guide it in there instead of just throw it.
1st and 5 now from the 17 after the offsides.
Got man-to-man on Johnny Williams here. I'm going to take advantage of it. Johnny is a playmaking machine.
Johnny Williams in the slot. He'll hand it off to Tante, and a really nice play to trip him up as Tante was trying to make his move. Coming up and making that was Matt Plaga, a linebacker.
Great job by Matt of understanding and knifing and dissecting what the play was. But again, look for a little RPO here action if I'm the Knights.
2nd down and 5.
I love that look type of scenario and tempo offensively, because it gives you a chance to see really what you're doing or what they're trying to do to you defensively.
Bundalo to the corner, jump ball, Stevens is in. His foot was inside the line.
What a catch, what a play. You're looking at a flag here. I'm assuming it's defensive pass interference, but we'll wait and see what the officials say here. Great throw by Bundalo of giving his receiver a chance. An even better catch. Wow. And his foot was in. Yep. Left foot's in. Easily for the touchdown.
I think this is going to be unsportsmanlike on Stevens after the play.
Yep.
He didn't mean anything by it, but you saw him tap the helmet of the defensive back.
Yeah, I wondered. I didn't know if the officials would interpret that as a unsportsmanlike, but Lewis Tech will take that, or Lawrence Tech will take that on the kickoff, but still doesn't take away from a great throw and even better catch.
Yeah, to get that foot down and a great shot from the camera to see that shoe on that blue inside the line. And so the Knights looking to make it a 2-touchdown lead once again for the 2nd time in the first half. And Pomelay's extra point is good. So now it's 21-7 Marian with 5:37 to play. Well, if Marian does play again next week, it will be at home. And it will likely be at home if they're able to win today, because they're in that position to host. But after that, you might be on the road for the playoffs. And if Marian does hit the road, then Miller Transportation is the proud partner of Marian University Knights as their exclusive travel partner for all road and away contests. To find out how you can find a high-quality transportation partner, give Miller Transportation a call at 317-244-8599 or go online to millertransportation.com. The selection show is tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the NAIA playoffs. The selection show will be on the NAIA Facebook page, but you can also monitor where Marian will end up on the Marian Knights Twitter account. So there will be different ways to figure out exactly where the end will be for Marian, as the selection show is scheduled for tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern.
That was a great answer by the Knights. They did a good job of going 3 and out on defense. They were able to create a bad punt, got the ball right at midfield, and were able to methodically move the ball down and score. 21-7 is huge here. Now, the biggest deal was in sportsmanlike conduct. Now you've got a chance you've got to cover really well here, because one, Lawrence Tech has done a great job of kickoff return, and 2, you're kicking off from your own 20. This is an important cover here for the Knights.
Yeah, those are penalties you must avoid in the playoffs. They've had 2 kicks that have come to midfield. This time they'll just pooch it and almost give them the ball in that spot. One of those dangerous return men does have the ball. Thorns able to jump a man and take it out to the 45-yard line. And you know what? You'll take that. You basically kicked it to that spot, and that's where they will start.
Good coverage, good job of collapsing and staying in your lanes and making sure that Lawrence Tech is not able to create a massive return. So now can that defense, who just did a great job of getting Lawrence Tech off the field last time, can they do it again?
And Marian will receive the second half kick. They did defer after winning the coin toss.
With 3 timeouts, Scott, look for Marian to try to create a stop opportunity, get the ball back, use your timeouts and get a score, and then get the ball back, as you said, in the second half.
Kolka in the air, just out of reach. Wallace, the intended target.
Nice coverage, nice job there by Lockett from Fort Wayne North. Not giving Kolka not much of a room there to throw the ball. Looks like we may have a holding call here, trying to decide where you're going to move it back. I think they're going to.
Right tackle called for the holding. You know, Kolka coming into this game averaging 292 yards passing. He's now 9 of 14 for 73 yards.
Well, we talked about this before the game, and I think, Scott, you were really intrigued like I was. How would this work with the pressure that Marian likes to present defensively against that passing game, and right now give the advantage to Marian?
Kolka will put this one in the air, flushed a bit to his right. Thompson, the tight end, the safety valve, and he will try and drag tacklers, but not much happening there. Lockett on the coverage, and it's been busy for Lockett and Tyler Adler, those nickel linebackers. They're kind of asked to guard some bigger positions and some of the running backs, and they're trying to do all they can against a huge target at number 87.
Yeah, to your point, Lockett and Adler both have played really well. Just keep them in front of you. Make them go 10 plays to score on you. I'm not sure they can do that unless you help them. So bend but don't break if you're Tyler Steen and this defense. But again, keep bringing pressure because they have not yet to solve that riddle.
Second down and 17. Kolka hit right as he throws, and just everything Lance is just a little in front or behind, a little low, high. He's just not as sharp, and it could be those footsteps.
If you look at what Tyler Sten's doing in this defensive front, they're making Kolka just a little uncomfortable. And you don't have to get to him all the time. You just got to get around him, and thus you start anticipating that hit. So the ball comes out just a little early, and the timing is just thrown off just by a mere foot or two.
So now third down and 17. Do the Blue Devils want to put this ball in the air or
throw it?
Try one of those draw or screens. They will put it in the air, a little throw underneath, and that will just not even cross that 45-yard line. Dance, Ricky Kwok. Look at all those names that are there to make these type of plays, and the defense answering in a big way. They get that hold on the very first play, and that puts you right behind schedule, and that means you're trying to go uphill at a critical point in the game.
And you're now, if you're Andy Mitchell, you've got all 3 timeouts. Going to get the ball back probably with about 3:45, 3:50 left. And you're sitting pretty because now you got a chance to steal a possession here by scoring and getting the ball back to start that second half.
And it's off the chest of Jennings, but right into the hands of the Marian Knights. Ooh, that is a fortunate bounce right there. It went right off of Jennings, and then it ended up right in the hands of who was the one that able to grab that one.
I thought I saw 23.
Was that? I think it might have been Jake Paris.
It could have been.
Yep. Right into his hands. Whew, that could have been big. 3:42 to play. Now let's see what Marian can do. And you mentioned 3 timeouts. This is Andy Mitchell's wheelhouse right here. This is what he wants to do. He wants to run it. He wants to take this down. And you're right, steal that possession knowing you get the second half kick.
I love what Andy Mitchell does. I love his vision and his ability to manage the game clock here. And I just think with 3:35 to go and all 3 timeouts, you have the whole playbook is open here, Scott. So you can just keep doing what you do.
3-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7.
Don't
really
need to
no
be-
urgency.
Yeah, you don't need to be in a big hurry, but you got to pick the pace up just a little bit.
Bundalo will put it up into the air on 2nd and 7. He has all day. He's going to wind up for the big one. Stevens has it. Stevens in a foot race. And Ben Stevens, a huge play for Marian.
It all starts up front. Great time. That play took a little while to develop. Super play. Great route by Stevens. But watch the line here. Great protection. They give Bundalo all kind of time to throw the ball. Throws a perfect strike to a streaking Ben Stevens, who outruns the defender. A huge answer at the end of the second quarter for the Knights.
83 yards, a new career high long on catches, receptions for Ben Stevens. What a throw by Bundalo. And Marian, we talk about, well, let's run the clock down. 2 plays. And the Knights go 86 yards, and they lead 28-7. What a first half for Ben Stevens.
Ben Stevens has been just a phenomenal player throughout his career here at Marian, but he is having a career day here today. Watch this play again. It's man-to-man. He just physically outruns the Lawrence Tech player here, but I love the time up front. Great job by the offensive line. And then Bundalo, understanding it was 0, meaning no free safety, throws him open. Ben Stevens goes and runs it down, and boy, the young man's having quite the day.
4 catches, 166 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Stevens. And how about the smile? Boy, then he makes the catch and then has to outrun Broden for the final 30 yards.
Ben Stevens has got speed. He's got that athleticism. He has a lot of natural instincts as a receiver. Love what he does. Play at Danville, play for Casey Woods when he was there at Danville, and learned a lot from Casey, who used to be on the Marian staff. Really has able to hone his skills, and I think it's been a great fit with Ben Stevens and the Marian Knights.
That's 204 yards passing now for Bundalo in the first half. 3 touchdown passes.
When you can run the ball and you got to play your safeties against the run, it opens up those receivers for big-time chunk plays, and boy, Ben Stevens has taken full advantage of that today.
Another short kick. And
Ball's
that
on the
ball's
ground.
out
Ooh.
and grabbed by Lawrence Tech. Boy, there's been a couple of special team opportunities for the other team to jump on the football. Well, this game at one point was 14-7, and Lawrence Tech strung 3 positive plays in a row, and you thought this would be a big answer for them. Well, after having 3 successful pass plays, they went to a run, had a loss, then a quarterback sack. They punted away, and Marian has dominated since that one small juncture in the game when things just got away. And Lawrence Tech, after that possession, had a bad punt, had a short punt, and then Marian has just taken over.
Coach Mitchell can't be happy because his kids were fighting and were in the game. And to Marian's credit, they have ended this thing quickly, and they're not slowing down.
Oh, what a great job by Bucher. Didn't give up on the play, kept the hustle, and then wrapped up Kolka from behind. The quarterback never saw him. Nice play by number 33.
Great job by the Valpo product Bucher there. His 9th tackle for loss, 5th sack on the season, and just playing awfully well.
28-7 Marian, a game they need to have to make the postseason. For the 10th time in school history and the 4th consecutive year, that would be a new school record. Kolka rolling out. Underneath. Right at the 2-minute mark as the catch is made.
Scott, I think if you're able to hold him here on 3rd down, I think Coach Henniger will take a timeout. You've got 2 minutes left in this half, and you've still got time here to put together a drive. So look for if Marian gets a stop, look for them to call timeout.
Kolka looking over the defense. He'll send Williams in motion. He'll look at number 1. He's able to make the catch. It squirts right through his hands. He had the catch, the first down, and even a little bit of room.
Could not have been any worse for Lawrence Tech because number 1 is 4th down. Number 2, the clock stops. Marian has not had to use a timeout. And with a little under 2 minutes to go in the half, if I'm Andy Mitchell, put the throttle down and let's go and see if you can score another one.
Boy, that is just a ball that Kendall Williams knows he needs to have.
The team needs it, and something your offense needs it, your defense needs it. By a senior, you expect him to make that catch, and now you've got a chance to put some points on the board and at least keep the drive alive and keep Marian off the field.
There's a low snap. Nice job to scoop it up and to get that ball off by a head and the punter. So now here comes Marian. They scored in 2 plays. Last time they had the football, the 83-yard bomb to Ben Stevens, and now 1:48 to play, and they can really put Lawrence Tech to bed here very early on today.
They certainly can, Scott, and I just think, again, with 3 timeouts and you're able to establish that run still, I think the playbook is completely open. I do think that if you're Bundalo, you've got to go a little more urgency and a little more pace here, but you can do about anything that you want to because you have 3 timeouts.
3-touchdown day for the quarterback, Zach Bundalo. Boy, he's been able to stand tall in that pocket all game. A nice play by John Williams, defending on Johnny William.
Yeah, Johnny William, I think, became more of the defensive player there because the ball was behind him, and I thought Johnny Williams had a chance to intercept it, and you see him knock it down here a little bit. Good job by Johnny William to make sure that the pass was not intercepted.
2nd down and 10 from the 31-yard line for Marian, and another jump on the line for Lawrence Tech. Bundalo will wind up again, and this time C.J. Young is on the turf as the ball sails out of bounds.
Yeah, C.J. Young, the Harrison, Ohio product, I thought he had a step there, and I think their feet got tangled, but no call, but we're getting offsides anyway.
Offside, defense, number 52, 5-yard penalty, remaining 2nd down.
Move the line to the 36. As C.J. Young, his brother Frankie Young was the quarterback in the spring, had some eligibility left, but Frankie Young earned his degree, graduated from Marian, elected to step away from the game of football, but C.J. stays with the program. Wide receivers already has a catch today, has 12 on the season, including a touchdown this season. 2nd and 5, set up the screen. The tight end screen. Plenty of room down the far sideline. An excellent job and out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
What a great play design and call here by Andy Mitchell, the offense coordinator for the Knights, expecting pressure. Roll your quarterback. Bundalo, great job of selling it, but even a better job by the Knights of just understanding. And what I love was the lineman downfield blocking on that screen. I love the play design.
That's a 51-yard screen play to the tight end, Drew Byerly. You can count on one hand how many tight end screens the university has run. What a call at that time. And Byerly, the 2nd-year man, who came in as a quarterback, what a play after that catch. Now Tante lowers his shoulder. He is inside the 10.
I love what Byerly did by being patient on and allowing his blockers to reestablish and gain him probably an extra 15 to 20 yards. And now you can come in and you can now run your offense.
Well, not a lot of people in the stadium expected the tight end screen right there. What a call, 51 yards, and here is Marian knocking on the door, and still look, all 3 of those timeouts still in the bank. Tristan Tante handoff, trying to get to the outside, squares up. Look at the strength down to the goal line. That's a great run. In years past, Tante might have kept bouncing that outside, but now with all that experience is able to get it in, and he's not knocking on the door.
Good job up front. Good job by Byerly with the block. Tante understanding where the goal line was, just short. Great job by the Knights up front.
Boy, this is such a huge close to the half. Marian led after 1 quarter of play, 14-0. Lawrence Tech was able to get a touchdown to make it 14-7, and it has been all Marian since the midway point of this second quarter. And they will receive the second half kick, and they are at the 1-inch line with 38 seconds to play in the first half.
Scott, what I just like about this is I think when Lawrence Tech basically responded and got to 14-7, I love the response of the Knights. And if I'm Mark Henniger, I'm thrilled because my kids responded on defense. They responded in special teams, especially offensively, by racking up 21 straight points or 14 straight points here. This has been a big deal.
Tante is the running back. You've got 2 tight ends, Anton Berry, 88 to the right, Drew Byerly behind him in an H-back position. You bring Young in now. Tante will easily get in. The offensive line clears the way, and Tante is in the end zone.
Great job up front. The offensive line has just really reestablished the line of scrimmage. Great job of a gap scheme where you're blocking back and pulling that backside guard to lead Tante through the end zone. Great job by the Knights. This is a huge way to end this first half.
3rd touchdown of the season for Tristan Tante, the 27th of his Marian career. Tante holds Pomeli on for the extra point.
12 men.
Marian looking to have a 35-point first half.
Impressive.
A must-win Saturday.
Yeah, impressive. I like, Scott, just how they've responded to what Lawrence Tech did early to them, and they really have dominated and started up front.
Pomeli's kick is good, and what a second quarter. What a close in the final 5 minutes of this second quarter to send this team to half. There's Mark Henniger offering up the high fives. I mean, he knows how important that is. You see a head coach smile like that in the second quarter, you know things are going really well.
Well, I was really happy with his offensive line. They have done a nice job all game. They've established the run. Once that happens, that opens up everything for Andy Mitchell. He now can go RPO. He can run just straight quick game. He can take the top off, and he's done all of that here in the first half, which is total 35 points.
And right now he goes to the special team and said, hey, that's a great first half. Do not have something happen to put a bad taste in our mouth going into halftime, and that's having poor coverage on this kick because Lawrence Tech, the one shining part of this team thus far, has been their kickoff return team.
Exactly, Scott, and it's something they've done very well, and what Marian's answer has been, which I love, is almost like a semi-pooch kick, which, great, give them the ball on the 35-yard line, but I'd rather have that than a return of 40 or 50 yards.
Yeah, the Blue Devils have been more dangerous with the ball in the hands of their return men than in the hands of their offense.
That's a great point, and it's something that, looking at this, I just love what Coach Henniger's done in all three phases today.
There is the pooch. That has been the story thus far because of the talent of the return on that backside. This is Ben Britton, a running back, who takes that short kick. And Lawrence Tech with very little time left in this first half, but the Blue Devils have had a great season at 7-3 on the year for their second-year head coach, Avante Mitchell. He was the defensive coordinator in 2019. Mitchell is there in the white jacket that's to the left of that huddle, now walking towards the yard marker. He was promoted in February of 20. What a time to get promoted to be the head coach. So this is his second season, but really it's his first full year overall, 7-5 at Lawrence Tech.
He's got to be happy with the growth in the program being brand new And if you're Coach Mitchell, you took steps forward this year, which is what you want to see in your program. And it's not gone well in the first half today, but overall it's been a very successful season for the Blue Devils.
Well, Lawrence Tech has walked off the field and the defense stayed in their positions. They didn't want this half to end the way that they played. Marian jogs off the field at halftime with a dominating second quarter performance. 3 touchdowns in that second quarter, highlighted by the 83-yard pass play to Ben Stevens. And it is all Marian, number 8 Knights, looking to move their way into the playoffs with a win today. An impressive showing thus far. They lead Lawrence Tech 35-7 at the break on the ISC Sports Network.
Is your building haunted or infested with icky snakes? Then tear it down. The Raise Trash Demolition Squad can flatten buildings up to 3 stories tall. Whether it's a commercial or residential structure, the Raise Trash Demo experts will make it go boom. And with their roll-off containers, they'll haul away the mess quicker than you can say, hey, there used to be a building there. Bring your old fire trap to its knees with Raise Trash.
RaiseTrash.com.
Raise Trash.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. They've been in business for 35-plus years. I'm here with the owner, Richard Michaelis. Hey, Richard, what's the key to the growth over the last 35 years?
Pat, I believe being a family-owned local business that is involved in the community has a lot to do with it.
All right, so you have a lot of services. Tell us about some of those services.
We're really, really strong in the emergency services, smoke, fire damage restoration, storm and water damage restoration, all while working with your insurance company. We also do mold remediation, basement and crawl space waterproofing, foundation repair, and roof repair. We are a full-service company.
All right, as to the owner, we know you wear a lot of hats. What do you do day to day?
I really love being out in the field working with our clients. It gives me a great opportunity to understand their needs so we can take care of them.
Your hands-on approach, I think, has a lot to do with the success of Michaelis. If you find yourself needing their services, give them a call anytime, 24/7 at 844-FIX-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation. Construct, renovate, restore.
Marian University is like a home to me.
Campus is where I made friends that I know will last a lifetime.
Academics, sports, or arts, Marian's got something for you.
Plus, downtown Indy is just 10 minutes away from campus.
I'm a huge sports fan. Living in Indy, I've got the Knights, the Colts, and the Pacers.
Applying was so fast and easy.
I went to Marian for the education, but what I took away was the experience.
Marian University offers an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship consideration at marian.edu.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with zero sugar. This is the Pepsi with zero compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Now get financing as low as 1.99% APR on a new or used vehicle. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Senior Day in Indianapolis and Marian. 2 first-quarter turnovers helped the Knights jump out to a quick 14-zip lead, and they have been piling it on since as Marian is on top 35-7 along with Lance Scheib. I'm Scott McCauley, and welcome to halftime. It's the regular season finale for Marian, but many of their fans know that this is not the final game of the season. The win today, and Marian will find themselves in the playoffs for the 10th time in school history. Taking a look at some of the plays that have been the highlights, and this was the very first of 3 touchdowns. What a throw, Lance, from Bundalo to Johnny Williams.
Great throw, great ball placement. The timing has been fantastic between the quarterback, Bundalo, and his receivers, and the offensive line has been superb.
Well, this was the second turnover. It's a high throw. T.Y. Thomas has the pick, and this is when things you felt like could really start to get away from Lawrence Tech. And for Marian, they did what all good teams need to do, strike quickly after the turnover, and how about this catch?
What a play, what a throw. Incredible catch there by Stevens. He is having the game of his career today, and no better time than the present, and he has played really, really well.
Yeah, and as you'd expect from Marian, defense has made some plays. They've been pressure on the outside from Shamar Smith. Up in the middle of the defensive line, Tyler Majors has made some play. Pressure all around, but Lawrence Tech started to make a game of this. This was a big third down screenplay to Ben Britton. And although they were trailing 14-zip at the end of the first quarter, they were able to get and start knocking on that door and try and make things interesting a little bit. Tyler Kulka doing all he can. This was really one of the most positive offensive plays they did have.
I love how he has played. Just from the standpoint, Kulka has been really pretty good when the balls come out of his hands quickly. When he's had to hold the ball a little bit, and that back end has done a great job for Marian. That front four has been impressive all game long, and Kulka has taken some shots, and really that front four has set the tone all game.
Yeah, and Baron Hebler then had a nice little run there in the second quarter. He had a first quarter touchdown. It was 14-7 at this point in the game. And then right around here, Lance, Lawrence Tech is starting to put together some plays, but then the defense comes up. A handoff, this one right here, Sir Zion Dance, a big TFL. The next play turns out to be a sack, and really things didn't work from there because a short punt put Marian in the position to maybe add to the score, and that's exactly what they did. The defense made the play, and then the offense comes up with some big plays.
And we really thought that maybe just one score would be great for the Knights to end the half, but they were able to put the ball into the end zone twice, and they get the ball to start the second half, so it could not have been a better first half and game so far, and especially by this young man, Ben Stevens. My goodness, has he been special.
That's his first touchdown catch of the game for Stevens. He gets that foot in. He was not done. How about an 83-yard touchdown pass to Stevens? That's a new career high for number 84. He beats his man to the end zone, and this came with when we thought they might run the clock out in the first half. 2 plays, they go 86 yards. Marian gets the ball back with 2 minutes to play, and a 51-yard tight end screen to Drew Byerly put them right back in business. This was an excellent play call from the OC, Andy Mitchell.
Great job, great play design. Byerly, very patient. Love how the young man from Franklin was able to use his blockers, and then Tante was able to complete the scoring play. So great job for the Knights.
And so Marian finishes off that second quarter. 3 touchdowns, and you see 2 of them there late. The bomb to Stevens, and then the big screen pass, and then the good run. What an incredible way to finish off that first half. In a must-win, that's how you finish off an opponent on your last game of the season.
I just like the way that Marian's playing at their level. They're not playing down to where Lawrence Tech is. They're establishing themselves in all 3 phases, but I love how the offense and defensive lines are playing so far in this contest.
Yeah, we're inside the ISC Sports Network studios for today's broadcast, and you can tell in watching this team is invested. They want this game. Even towards the end of the game when Lawrence Tech takes the knee and they walk off the field, the defense stayed out there. Like, they were ready to line up and go out there. The defense has responded today, and that's what they've been doing the last 6+ games. And this team right now is really starting to really build some strong momentum into the playoffs.
They're locked in, and they're focused. And if I'm Mark Henniger, I am thrilled. That's exactly what I wanted to see out of my team. We're 7-2. You know you got to win. A lot of pressure to win to get in. And these kids have responded, and boy, have they responded in a very positive way.
You know, sometimes as a coach, and former coach yourself, you know how things can be distracting at times. Whether at the high school level, it's homecoming, and then senior night. It's a senior day here at Marian, and there are a lot of seniors on this team. At times, you have family, you have grandparents out there on the field. And you might not come out flat, but there could be some different emotions out there. Locked in is a great way to describe it. From the start, this team knew what was at stake today.
I'm impressed because, to me, the 2 games you always remember is homecoming and senior night. And you want to play well on both. And to have these seniors know that what they've gone through with this pandemic and all the things and all the sacrifices, these kids will not really truly understand it, what they've been through until probably 5-10 years later. But to be able to do this right now, knowing what's in front of them and to deliver, wow, what a first half.
You mentioned the pandemic. Remember, this was a team that played in the spring. So their season was February through May, and then you line up and you do it again starting in August. And now this team is on the doorstep of what would be their 4th consecutive postseason appearance, 10th postseason appearance in 15 years of football at Marian. They're ranked 8th in the country. Everyone is keeping their fingers crossed they will host a playoff game next Saturday. And if they do, this team will be ready. Right now, they're at the half, leading 35-7. Lance and I will take a timeout. More at halftime from Indianapolis. Marian leading Lawrence Tech big right now at the break on the ISC Sports Network.
I've always liked Indianapolis. I've been interested in the bigger city life. The community and everything fell into place.
With my degree, I plan on becoming a pediatric nurse. Indianapolis has several hospitals and different options to choose from as to where I should go.
I chose Indianapolis because I love the Pacers, I love the Colts, and this is a basketball city. Just wanted to stay in the city, play in front of my friends and family, and try to give Marian my best.
This is the Pepsi for America's Best Barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Who's got time for hot dogs and disco music? Your mind's cluttered with thoughts of commercial waste removal. So thank the good Lord above for Ray's Trash. Ray's will collect the intolerable rubbish at all your company's locations up to 6 times a week. That's 42 times in dog weeks. They shred documents and recycle too. And Ray's has roll-off containers for big loads, like construction waste or when your giant dies. Got a business? Get yourself to raystrash.com.
raystrash.com.
Ray's Trash.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. They've been in business over 35 years. I'm here with Joe Polizzi to talk emergency services. Now, Joe, when I set my house on fire with a toaster, you were actually in my yard before the firefighters left.
Well, Pat, I remember that call like it was yesterday, and although I was disappointed that it was yours, I was happy that I was going to be able to provide some assistance.
You know, this true story, a firefighter actually told me I needed to call someone for emergency services, kind of obvious, and I told him Michaelis was on the way. He said, great, because they're the real deal. Joe, now what do you do in these situations when you show up?
Well, we try to be a calming influence, and we try to find out what the needs are of the family. Everybody's needs are different. Everybody's desires are different. What we try to do is match what we could provide with what they need and do it very smoothly.
I've lived it. If you find yourself needing emergency restoration service in the wake of a fire, flood, or storm, give the Michaelis Corporation a call anytime, 24/7, 844-FIX-INDY.
The minute I stepped foot on campus, I didn't want to leave.
Everyone here is about helping you succeed.
It's hard work, but it's totally worth it.
I have so much support from my advisors.
The nursing program is why I chose Marian.
I'm studying to be a teacher.
I'm a business major.
My professors really challenge me, and I know I'll be ready for my career.
A great education is the best thing you could ever do for yourself.
Marian University, an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship consideration at marian.edu.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Kate. She has a lot to juggle. Family, work, it can lead to trying days and tired nights. But we know Kate, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know at some point her space at a premium life may change. IMCU is here to help Kate and you find your space. Now, add on or remodel with an introductory rate of 1.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Today, it's all about Kate. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
I counted 17 of 22 were freshmen.
35-7, Marian over Lawrence Tech. Lance Scheib, Scott McCauley, we're back here at halftime. And although it is senior day and we have celebrate the seniors, so many young players have already had their impact on today's game for Marian. Talking about freshman Zach Bundelow, listed as a freshman, but third year in the program. But hey, even if it's your third year in the program, it's your first time as a starting quarterback. You still need some experience in those game reps, and Lance, he's been outstanding today. You look at the numbers so far in the first half for Bundelow. 10 of 16, 255 yards, 3 touchdown passes.
He's been awesome. I really think other than the one offsides where he under through the fade route, he has been fantastic all game. I've been impressed with how Zach has handled it. I think he has done great on the RPOs. He's been great at extending plays, and the deep ball has been fantastic.
And on the other side for Lawrence Tech, their quarterback averages 290 yards a game, but Tyler Kulka, 12 of 18, 96 yards. Everything has been underneath, and there's been, except for the screen, there has been nothing after the catch.
Kulka has been under pressure the entire game, and we thought that was going to be one of the keys and interesting things to look at was just how could that Marian defense distract him or get him off his mark, and they've done that, and a win for the first half for the Marian defense because they have really disrupted Kulka and their rhythm.
11 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown on senior day for Tristan Tante. True freshman Baron Hebler, 9 carries, 27 yards, and a touchdown. But Ben Stevens stole the show on the first half. 4 receptions, 166 yards, 83 yards on 1 pass play. One of his 2 touchdowns he had. He was getting man-to-man coverage. Bundelow was seeing that, and, man, he was making the Blue Devils pay.
2 things that Ben Stevens has really taken advantage of. 1, a great running game. Now the safeties are downhill, and getting the attention to Johnny Williams, which I would if I am Lawrence Tech. So he's taking advantage of that. When you have a player like Ben Stevens that you can go to when you're trying to double or take away Johnny Williams, great job by Andy Mitchell, the offense coordinator, and great job by Ben Stevens of taking advantage of that.
339 yards of total offense for Marian, just 85 for Lawrence Tech in the first half. It's pretty incredible what Marian's been able to do. They're averaging almost 10 yards a play, just 2.8 yards per play for Lawrence Tech. And you mentioned Johnny Williams. He has 1 catch for 3 yards, but it was the touchdown catch on the fade right. And you're right, he gets so much attention, and he should get some attention. And let's give him some right here. This is his 5th year of college football. He was afforded that extra year because of the COVID. This is his 47th career game. Johnny Williams, including today now, 240 catches, second all-time in school history, 4,402 yards receiving. That's number 1 in school history. Also, by the way, he's now 86 yards away from becoming the all-time receiving yardage leader in MSFA history. He averages more than 18 yards per catch, and he has 54 receiving touchdowns. This is a young man that came out of Pike High School really unheralded because of an injury his senior year. And since that 2017 season when he first came on as a freshman, and he had some shoes to fill in, Krishawn Hogan. No one expected anyone to do that, and that's not what Johnny did. But he became that next receiver after Krishawn Hogan. What an incredible career this Pike Red Devil has had.
Just so happy for the local product out of Pike to come in, earn his degree, able to get an extra year, take advantage of that. He will have a chance to play at the next level. You got the Miami Dolphins, we're at the last game. You know, they're looking at him because he is versatile. He can do a lot of things special teams wise. And so, you know, if you're good enough, they will find you, and you saw that with Krishawn, and now you've got that with Johnny Williams, and so excited for what the future brings for him as well.
Yeah, he was escorted during senior day by his mom and dad, Nicole and Greg. His major is in business management for Johnny Williams, one of many seniors that partook in the senior day festivities. Another one, Sir Zion Dance. He was escorted by his mother and also by his grandmother. His major is exercise science, and he has a business major, and he's going to move into physical therapy field after his future in athletics. And for Sir Zion, who does have one extra year left if he wants to take it, that's going to be up to him, the linebacker. He comes from that special Ben Davis team, and he has been a 4-year contributor on this Marian team.
He is special. He is unique. He flies around to the football. I still remember him being a part of what I think is probably one of the 1, 2, or 3 best teams to ever play high school football when he played for Mike Kirshner over at Ben Davis. And Sir Zion Dance is just a special young man, somebody that has come into Marian and really has excelled, and is happy for he, his family, and his future.
Yeah, another senior to highlight is Tristan Tante, and this won't surprise you at all as he was escorted by his parents, Jim and Tina. Secondary education major, planned to pursue a career in education, and surprise, surprise, coaching.
You know, he comes from that family of coaches. His dad is one of the all-time greatest wrestling coaches in our state. And I just, I have a soft spot for coaches' kids, and I feel so good because I know Tristan. He's a great young man. He'll do a great job in the classroom, and it's great to see young kids going into education. There's no better way to affect our future than by affecting kids in the classroom, and Tristan Tante will definitely do that.
From Center Grove, Senior Day today for Bailey Bennett, Communications and Political Science and Business minor. Sam Ashton, a defensive end, celebrated Senior Day today. And really an unheralded guy, but he's been a starter on that offensive line at the tight end position, primarily just a blocker. Anton Berry also took on Senior Day today. For Anton Berry, I love this. In his career, 4 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. A primary blocker, unheralded on that line, but Anton Berry celebrating Senior Day today. And Chris Oakley celebrating Senior Day today. Like Johnny William, benefited from that extra year because of the COVID and the pandemic. He tore his knee and was in danger of missing a last year of football, and the pandemic actually gave him another opportunity to go out there and finish up. Chris Oakley, a young man from Lawrence Central. Just so many great names that have come through this school and celebrating today.
You win with seniors. This is a young team, but that leadership and the unselfishness that Mark Henniger has built with this program allows those seniors to take ownership of the culture of the program, and that's why year in and year out they have a chance to be in the tournament and play very well in the tournament.
Also celebrating Matt Robinson, Jacob Stribiak, Zion Davis, Jordan Spangler, Ricky Kwok, who has been a mainstay in that secondary, had a huge year last year with interceptions, has some picks this year as well. Congratulations to everybody, and of course their manager, Travis Blackburn, all celebrated today on Senior Day. And Marian knows 2 quarters away from celebrating an opportunity to play in the NAIA playoffs, and that's what you want, and it could be an opportunity to play at home. Marian 4-2 in the opening round under Mark Henniger, 4-1 at home, and that's what's in front of them. And they lead 35-7. We'll get ready for this second half kick. And Marian, guess what, Lawrence Tech? They get the ball to open up because the Knights deferred, and here's a squib kick, and the Knights will fall on it at the 30-yard line. And now you come out your starters. This is the great time from a coaching perspective. How do we answer after halftime? And then you start to consider bringing in the extra bodies.
You want to establish, this second half right where you finish that first half. You want to come out and challenge your kids. It's hard when you say, hey, it's 0-0. It's not 0-0. It's 35-7. But you want to come out and say, let's play at our level. Let's come out and be clean, and let's finish what we started and give ourselves a chance to play next week.
That's a great point. As a coach, you think it's 0-0, and you look at the eyes of all the student athletes in front of you like, Coach, we're up by 4 touchdowns. It is not 0-0. Here's Tante, and how about this cutback by Tante? Midfield, a great start for Marian. He's down to the 45-yard line in Blue Devil territory. That's a great play.
You want to come out and say, here's where we're going to play at. Lawrence Tech, if you want to play with us, great. It's going to be a fantastic second half. But here's where we're going to play. We're going to dominate up front. We're going to give the ball to our senior, and we're going to start right where we finished in that first half. You're welcome to join us. If not, get out of the way.
Boy, Isaac Meyer and Zach Cibula just opened up that lane on the right side. 25-yard gain for Tristan Tante. He'll touch it again. Untouched for another 10. Delivers the blow.
Better to be the hammer than to be the nail there, Scott. And that's a great job, again, by that offensive line and Tristan Tonte coming out and saying, we're going to play at our level here. We want to finish what we started, and we want to host a game and play next week.
Watch this finish to this 10-yard run.
Goodness gracious.
Tristan Tonte, 2 carries, 35 yards to open up this second half.
That is sending a message, Scott, that we are here to play a great second half.
92 yards rushing on the day for Tonte, looking for 100. Might find it on this run. Stiff arm runs through a tackler. He is over 100 yards on the day, down near the 20-yard line at the 21.
Tristan Tonte and this offensive line has done exactly what you wanted. We talked in the first half about body blows, and you want to keep running and establish it because right now, as a defense, you've got to make a business decision. Do I want to come in there, and how hard do I want to come in and try to tackle this senior back here? And Tristan Tonte says, play at my level because I'm going to play at a very high level.
Runs of 25, 10, and 14 yards. First down and 10. Tonte this time is tripped up. He'll fall down to the 19-yard line.
Great job there by Lawrence Tech. Again, go low, Jackie Johnson. If you're going to be there and go after Tonte, I would not go high.
Second down and 8. 108 yards rushing now on the day for number 0.
He's played well, but again, let's give credit to that offensive line. They have been fantastic all game long.
The middle of that line, Darren Dillon, 4th football season wearing number 77. Adam Warner, the left guard. Isaac Meyer, the right guard. Austin Jones, the left tackle. And then number 75, Zach Sibila, the right tackle. Bundalo all day to throw. Floats it up. He had Johnny Williams and just missed him.
And you see 2 there next to Johnny Williams. He's beating 2 people, not just one. He gathers attention, as he should. Bundalo just a little further than what you wanted. But again, that's a great miss because that ball now, it is 3rd down. And I love the fact that he gave Johnny Williams a chance, but if he doesn't catch it, nobody catches it. Great job.
That's a good replay to show the man-to-man coverage that Stevens had at the top of the screen, and then the double coverage that was on Johnny Williams. And that's what number 4 has dealt with his entire career. You have over 4,000 yards receiving and 54 career touchdowns. You will not get man-to-man coverage. Play clock was running down on Marian, and the Knights will have to take a timeout. Well, this has been a great opening drive to open up this second half. Hey, they've responded as if they buy in that it was 0-0. Boy, the line has just delivered a message here on this first drive.
When you can establish a run, everything else falls in place no matter what level that you're at. But right now, that's something that Mark Henniger has always preached. That's what Andy Mitchell loves, and this team has embraced that. And because of that, you can come out here, whether it's rain, sleet, snow, cold, doesn't matter. Running works in all conditions, and it's working today.
A win today, and Marian will be in the playoffs. The question is, who will they play, and will it be at home? Right now, they're the 8th team in the country in the rankings. That would appear to be the opportunity to host a game, but the question is, who will they host? We'll find out tomorrow. The NAIA playoff selection show is at 7 p.m. 16 teams will get in. 12 conferences have an opportunity at automatic bids, but based on some results today, there might only be 11 of those up for grabs. So Marian knows they will be one of the at-large. 3rd and long for Bundalo. Steps up towards the end zone. Incomplete, but John Williams was pushing the back of Johnny Williams. And Marian will get an automatic first down.
Great job there by Johnny Williams to be able to create the separation, and thus when the separation happened, Johnny Williams grabbed him, and that's pass interference, and you can't do that. You get there with the pull of the jersey, they can see that, and new set of downs here for the Knights.
You know, it's interesting as I watched that replay, and actually when it happened in live, Johnny looked disappointed that he didn't get a chance to make the play and have that touchdown. Whereas the games we'll watch tomorrow, any incomplete, a wide receiver is always going to be looking around for that laundry. It is almost as if Johnny Williams didn't care about the pass interference. He wanted the chance to try and grab that ball in midair and find the end zone for the second time.
You know, I haven't seen Johnny Williams play since his freshman year, and so what I am really impressed with is just how competitive he is. He wants to catch everything. He wants everything to go well for this offense and for the Knights.
And he knows that he draws that defense away, and that frees up guys like Ben Stevens. but Johnny knows when he needs to make a play and the offense needs him, he will be there for them. First down and goal, float it to the corner, and he almost has a spectacular one-handed catch. They are definitely targeting number 4.
Great job of giving him the attention that he deserves. Ball, again, it's still a little windy today as it was last night, and so the ball got a little away from Bungalow, but it was, again, a ball that went off Johnny's hands, and he'd love to have another opportunity.
There's Anton Berry, 88, the senior we talked about at halftime. Not a real threat on the routes, more of a blocking tight end. Young in motion. They'll turn. Tante using that lower body to try and drive in, and he will be short of the goal line. And here's a late flag. A couple of late flags.
You're going to get 2 flags are going to amount in about 1.5 yards. And so you're going to get 2 unsportsmanlike conducts against Lawrence Tech. Both of them, again, the ball will move half the distance each time, and so you're looking at about probably, depending on where the ball is, a 2 to 3 yard penalty.
Number 20, this is his first of the game. Half the distance, automatic first down.
The first down's big, the yardage is not. Just get a new, fresh set of downs. Keep your composure. I know it's hard. You're fighting and you're competing, but you've got to be able to keep your composure. Ball now sits on about the 1 yard line.
First and goal. This is that big lineup they'll roll out there. Let's see if they'll bring Young in motion. He's the wide receiver out to the left. Tante, the running back. Here comes Young in to help with the block. Looked like some motion. Looked like the left tackle might have moved.
Yeah, that's a big penalty. You know, first and goal from the 1 yard line compared to first and 6. That's about playing clean. I think that's probably something that Andy Mitchell talked about, Mark Henniger talked about, Tyler Stin talked about. Let's be clean here in the second half. And I think when you're clean, that means you're focused and you're dialed in. And that's really what you're looking for as a coach in all 3 phases.
So move this ball back to the 6 yard line. First down, goal to go. Marian on top. 14 points in the first quarter. 21 in the second quarter. This is the opening drive of the third quarter. Little play action. Bundalo has to get rid of it. He had his man, but the pressure forced the low throw. Good pressure coming in from Lawrence Tech. That's their linebacker in T.J. Gunter.
Great job by T.J. Gunter there. There was, again, not a lot of time there. It looked like a 9-man box, meaning from tackle to tackle, there's 9 players. I love the play design. He's there, but the pressure got home first.
So now second down and goal to go from the 6 yard line. Tante, huge push up front and a big stick as he tried to lower his head and make his way in there, but Darian Murray, number 10, came up and made the big hit.
The young sophomore for the Blue Devils, great meeting in the hole there. And again, his feet reestablished. They regenerate. Low man wins, and that time Murray was the low man.
Yeah, and Lappin in there as well, the linebacker. Good crushing hit on Tante. Now third down and goal to go. Remember, this started at the 1 after a personal foul. Then movement moved it up. Bad snap. Tante gets it, and he will sprint into the end zone. Nice vision by Tristan Tante. Good ball handling by Bundalo and Tante. And that's an opening second half drive, an impressive one for Marian.
Great job by the offensive line. Super job and vision by Tante. Nice start to this second half for the Knights.
Second touchdown of the game for Tante. Well over 100 yards on senior day, and that's a big drive to receive that kick. Tante is the holder. Pomelion for the kick, and it hit the upright, so Marian will stay with the lead at 41-7. Flag on the play.
You might have offsides here, either offsides or 12 men. I'm not sure which one when it comes to that sideline. It looks like they're counting 12 men, and they're going to try to figure out whether they had a participation issue for the Blue Devils.
There's no foul on the play. The try is no good.
Okay.
41-7 Marian. A big drive. They open up the second half with a touchdown. Tristan Tante finds the end zone for the second time this afternoon. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Marian football on the ISC Sports Network.
Is your building haunted or infested with icky snakes? Then tear it down. The Raise Trash Demolition Squad can flatten buildings up to 3 stories tall. Whether it's a commercial or residential structure, the Raise Trash Demo experts will make it go boom. And with their roll-off containers, they'll haul away the mess quicker than you can say, hey, there used to be a building there. Bring your old fire trap to its knees with Raise Trash.
RaiseTrash.com.
Raise Trash.
Marian University is like a home to me. Campus is where I made friends that I know will last a lifetime.
Academics, sports, or arts, Marian's got something for you.
Plus, downtown Indy is just 10 minutes away from campus.
I'm a huge sports fan. Living in Indy, I've got the Knights, the Colts, and the Pacers.
Applying was so fast and easy.
I went to Marian for the education, but what I took away was the experience.
Marian University offers an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship consideration at marian.edu.
Scott McCauley and Lance Scheib, and coming out the half, Marian was leading 35-7, and Lance said, as a coach, you say it's 0-0. That's hard at times for kids to understand, but I tell you what, Marian came out acting like it was 0-0. How about a 10-play, 70-yard drive, takes 3 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock, and you score a touchdown. They lead 41-7. That is how you open up the second half. Pooch kick. This one's taken by Broaden, one of the good return men. And Marian's able to wrap him up. A little extracurricular afterwards. Well, you don't want anything silly to happen in this second half that puts you in any type of danger of missing any kind of time in the first round of the playoffs.
No, you want to be smart. You want to be clean. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that you want to establish as a coach, again, is, hey, let's play at our level. We have a lot at stake here, not just this week, but next week, and you want to make sure that you're able to play next week as well.
I like the way you've said that a couple times. Let's play at our level. You often hear about teams that play down to the competition or where they're. You don't want to do that. You have your own standard. You have the way that you play the game of football. That's how you must approach it no matter who you're playing.
You really do, and I think that's the one thing that Mark Henniger will keep emphasizing to his kids is we have a lot to play for. We're playing for us, and we're doing things for us right now and as a team, and don't be selfish, and don't worry about the individual aspect of this thing, but look at what's better for our team here and keep playing hard.
So they're discussing multiple penalties here. There's a holding on the return and then an unsportsmanlike. So the officials will walk off the penalties, and then we'll figure out where Tyler Kulka and this Lawrence Tech Blue Devil offense will begin.
And you got to be careful because you can't get 2 unsportsmanlikes, or you do get thrown out. And to your point, you can't play next week.
The live ball foul, holding on the return team, number 20, the 10-yard penalty to the play. Number 2 on the defense, coming off the bench, 10-yard penalty.
So they got Dom Small. So he wasn't on the special teams. He came off the bench to celebrate a play, or perhaps, as we saw the tail end of that replay, for something else, and that's what they flag him for. So number 2 is the one that gets the penalty. This will be at the lower right hand. Maybe the defense was starting to walk out on the field because I see 2 defensive linemen, Ricky Kwok. Maybe the defense was just coming out on the field a little early.
I don't think Dom did anything wrong there. I think he just can't leave the bench because the play is still in play, And I think, again, as an official, and I think Darren Haas and his crew have done a great job, you want to keep control of this game. It's starting to get a little chippy, mainly because Lawrence Tech is behind by such a number here. But I don't think there was any ill will there by Dom Small.
Yeah, it looked like, as you watch that replay again, it looked like just the defense was starting to make their way out. Here's a rare positive running play, a true handoff running play. Ball was handed off to Ahmed Sabah. 50 carries on the season. That's his first of the day today in the first half, Lance. Only 6 carries for 8 yards. Now, overall, the rushing numbers are in the negative because you apply the sacks, but of actual true turnaround handoff, just 8 yards in the first half, and that was a tough 2 yards there to carry it out to the 41-yard line.
Well, they come in only averaging 70 yards rushing a game, and so that's not what they like to do. And against this front, they're certainly not going to make a living there. Really thought that Nate Fry did a great job of coming in and making that a very minimal game.
There's 3rd down and 1 after the 7-yard pass completion.
Big third down here for Lawrence Tech. You got to establish things here. You've done some really good things this season. You want to be able to sit there and make some and take away from this game some positive plays here. You got to establish that keeping that defense off the field again.
Yep. Set up the screen, and the running back Sabah has it, and he's down to the 41-yard line.
Great play design. Nice play call. 3rd and 1. Here comes pressure by the Knights. The screen has been a very positive play for the Blue Devils all game long. So if you're Coach Henniger here, you want to play clean and you want to come out of the game healthy. You're in complete control here. Let's make sure that, again, in coming healthy means you don't let up. You keep playing through the whistle. That's how you stay healthy.
Another handoff. And what a play by Sir Zion Dance. Just utilizes those defensive linemen in front of him and finds his seam. I think he's slow to get up. He might have landed on the feet of the running back on that tackle.
Dance is just a special player here for the Knights. He has made his presence known during his career, and just so excited for he and his future.
As I look out there in the secondary, Dom Small is not out there right now at the defense. Probably on the sideline watching. They have Jay Sean Underwood and T.Y. Thomas on the corner spots, and it's not Dom Small.
Well, I think that just sends a message to your team that we're not going to tolerate anything. I don't think that Dom was trying to do anything wrong, but you're just sending a message to your kids is we're not going to tolerate that, and if that's the way that you're going to act, then we're going to put you on the sidelines. Even though I really don't think he did much wrong.
A nice play. Tyler Bucher was a little late in recognizing that tight end screen number 33, and Nate Fry comes up from his safety position and makes the tackle. Marian just a little late in recognizing. Good job by Lawrence Tech to sell that. Now here's a 3rd down and long. And that will be caught at the sticks. That will be good enough for the first down for Williams.
Good throw and catch there. I liked what Kulko's doing. Nice job by Williams. Needed first down for the Blue Devils. And again, they've got a chance to move some things and stay positive and things to build on if you're Coach Mitchell.
Second-year head football coach for this team, Avante Mitchell. 7 wins this season. They've had 6 their previous 3 seasons, and that's right through the hands. Last year, and you're a first-year coach, they promote you in February. You feel like you'll have a full schedule in the spring, but last year, 0-2 in spring games, 7 cancellations. It's so tough. We talked earlier when Marian was playing St. Francis a couple of weeks back. They only played 4 games last spring. It was tough at times for anyone to find a rhythm in the spring, and it was a tough chance in that spring for Coach Mitchell to try and grow with this team. But they've responded this year with the 7-3 record.
He's done a really good job, and he's been able to establish a new culture and identity with the Blue Devils. And this is a game in which, as he wants to keep moving the program forward, they've got to play better against people like Marian.
Joe Owens made the tackle, but he looks like he might have hit his wrist on the helmet as he went around to make the tackle. On a cold day, you'll feel that, and he's immediately off the field, and Sir Zion dances back out on the field after leaving after a tackle that he made. Ball to 29.
Well, you want to come out of this game healthy, and I think that's the biggest key again, and you do that by playing fast and playing to the whistle.
And there's some pressure, and somehow that ball is caught. Dance is there ready to make the play as well, down to the 35. That would be a short gain down to the 25-yard line, pardon me.
Well, Keith Beckham, the offense coordinator, is pulling out every screen possible for the Blue Devils, and I understand that. That's great coaching because you're not blocking them. So, again, use that speed against them and throw every screen that you have, and they've been pretty productive.
Here's a 4th down and 5. The marker is at the 20-yard line. You can see that at the top of your screen. Kolka has the bunch to his right. He's going to look that way. And he's going to float it, and he's got a man open. It's caught at the 7-yard line.
Good play design, great scheme. They're going with the trips look or bunch look there, and you're going to do a little sit flat concept with the corner route right behind us. So you got a lot of things happening, and was able to find Williams open.
Goal to go for Lawrence Tech. Second trip into the red zone. I should say second trip inside the 10-yard line today. They are 1 for 1. Pump fake. Another pump fake, and now he's down. You cannot do it a third time because Chris Oakley is there to bring you down.
Great job by Chris Oakley. You just don't have a lot of time. The play design has to happen quicker. Ball has to come out sooner. It's one-on-one. Again, the one thing that if I would say to Kolka is when the defensive back is turned to you, throw the ball. He's open. And, when the defender can't see the ball, you've got to throw your receiver open either by throwing back shoulder or throwing through the defender.
Chris Oakley brings him down. A loss of 5. Second down and goal to go. Kolka into the flat, caught, and it will be just shy of the end zone.
That's what I'm talking about. Great job. Ball comes out quick. Jalen Wallace wins in his one-on-one matchup, and then you get the ball down to the 1.5 or 2 yard line. Again, the ball comes out quickly. Good things have happened. Kolka's been good when that's happened.
Here's third down and goal to go. Last time they were down here, Kolka went up under center and got some help from his teammates to push him into the end zone. Talking with his center, John McAlvin. He's going to come back under center. And now a direct snap, but over the head. And Britton's going to go all the way back to the 19-yard line.
You outcoached yourself there. You're on the 1 foot line. You don't need this to happen if you are Lawrence Tech here, and that was a play design. It went right through the legs of the quarterback.
Yep.
Just too much heat on it, and at the 1 foot line, you probably didn't need that if you're Lawrence Tech, and it certainly did not end well for you.
Yeah, you could see on that replay, like, okay, what exactly happened here? And now you set up a 37-yard field goal attempt for Jonathan Swisher, and it's blocked. And Lawrence Tech was right on the doorstep, and they end up with nothing. Oh, what a stand by the Knights defense. They force you to get creative at times, and then you have to settle for this field goal, and it's blocked. That looked like T.Y. Thomas. He tried to come around from the edge. It might have been blocked up in the middle as well.
No, I think Thomas got it. He was coming off the edge, ran the hoop or the corner well, got there early, and I just like the idea of what happened there with that Knight defense. I do think it was more of a poor execution by the Blue Devils on that third down play. But again, don't be so tricky that you almost outcoach yourself. Stick to the basics. Don't get bored and punch the ball in.
A 13-play drive comes up with nothing.
It looks like we might have an unsportsmanlike conduct here, too.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. 6 on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty. First down, Marian.
So as a coach, you go to your kids, listen, it's starting to get chippy. These officials are going to call things a lot closer than even normal because they want to keep control because they're a great crew. So you've got to play and worry about you and not worry about everything outside you and make sure you play a clean rest of this game.
Yeah, it's freshman Max Alvarez from Allen Park, Michigan called for that penalty. So Marian, boy, Lance, 2 plays ago, Lawrence Tech is at the 2-yard line. Marian now has it taking over their first play of this possession from the 37.
You got to have discipline, and you got to be able to control your emotions. It is an emotional game, one of the most emotional sports that we have, but you have to have controlled emotion in this game here to be successful.
And for Marian, they're starting to feel very good about themselves,
Yep.
and why not? It's 41-7. You know, the playoffs are happening for you. For Lawrence Tech, the season's over. But there's so much to grow on for Lawrence Tech. But to your point, this is not how you want to end the season that you've really put a lot in, coming off a big win last Saturday against St. Francis in Fort Wayne.
A lot of learning points that I know that Coach Mitchell will use from this game. And again, this night team is like a measuring stick, and they weren't quite there yet, but it doesn't mean they can't get there, but that's the level that they have to play at.
Bundalo, a little pressure, floats that one away. So a nice job to get in there that time by Lawrence Tech.
We got a hold or illegal contact on the secondary of the Blue Devils here.
T-Ray Smith, number 87, is out there as a few special players may not see some action. Oh, and a penalty was on Spence.
Well, that was something that you, again, talk about playing clean, Scott. You talk about controlling what you can control. You don't want to see penalties, and you want to be able to sit there and protect the football and try to finish all drives with a kick.
Yep. Lance Scheib, I'm Scott McCauley. Thanks for watching Marian football today in the Knights. No, with a win today, they make it into the playoffs, and they have been outstanding today. They finished off with 3 huge touchdowns in the second quarter to lead 35-7 at the break. Took their opening drive of the second half all the way 70 yards and 13 plays to go up by this score right now of 41-7. And now, right now, you just a chance, get some kids an opportunity of playing time, get a chance to get some experience, because now you want that clock to run down and get ready to play next Saturday.
This is probably the last series offensively for the starters, and so you're gonna probably see a wholesale substitution after this drive, especially if it gets into the fourth quarter. But I do think this probably be the last time that we'll see the vast majority of these starters.
Line of scrimmage is the 31-yard line after that pass interference pushed Marian back. 3rd down and long for Bundalo and the Knights. Bundalo will roll on, and it's going to be intercepted, a miscommunication, and the Blue Devils have it, and they're at the 25-yard line. Tommy Lappin with his first INT of the season. It looked on that one, Jalen Jennings was going out, and Bundalo didn't expect that, or just couldn't get his arm really all the way, and it was just off the mark and behind number 14.
The ball goes where your left shoulder is, and when you don't get that left shoulder at your target, the ball floats on you, and that time your accuracy goes down, and that's exactly what happened to Bundalo. He was behind Jennings, and thus it was a great play by the Blue Devil defense.
7th interception of the season for Bundalo, first turnover of the game for Marian. And so Lawrence Tech now has the ball at the 25-yard line.
We're starting to see some substitution for this night defense here. So we may have seen the last of some of the starters here for the Knights.
And that's a new quarterback that's in as well. That's Brady Apple, number 18, who is now in at quarterback for Lawrence Tech. And, yeah, Bailey Bennett is in right now at a linebacker position, number 7, the senior from Center Grove. Noah Earl Jackson, a 4th-year man from Columbus. He is in at linebacker, number 34. Jacob Howell is out there on the defensive line, number 41. You're right. Lots of changes now starting to come in. Joe Apta is in there on that D-line, big number 91 with those red gloves. Apple now the quarterback in for Kolka. Makai Otero is the running back. Not much there, and it's 3rd down and long.
You're in a situation now. I love what Coach Henniger's done One, you want to get everybody in the game. You're up 41-7, and you want to now make sure and protect your starters, one from some kind of penalty or a something, heaven forbid, they're thrown out for some kind of play that the Blue Devils do here. But I love the idea. Last regular season game, let's get as many kids in the game as possible. I love what Coach Henniger's doing.
Clock running down here in the third quarter. Apple is a sophomore, 6'1", 210 pounds. Quarterback's first action. Throws that screen pass. They've been busy with that. This one will pick up the first down, and it's down inside the 10-yard line.
I do like what Keith Beckham has done offensively. The screen has been a huge play for them. Now you've got a new set of players in there. They're jacked up. They're amped up. They want to get it to the quarterback. What a great thing to do is keep running that screen. That's been effective all game.
Yeah, and it looks like we're just going to run this clock down at the end of the third quarter. The Marian Knights 15 minutes away from wrapping up the 2021 regular season and getting ready for the next season, the playoffs. Marian on top, 41-7 on the ISC Sports Network.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. They've been in business for 35-plus years. I'm here with the owner, Richard Michaelis. Hey, Richard, what's the key to the growth over the last 35 years?
Pat, I believe being a family-owned local business that is involved in the community has a lot to do with it.
All right, so you have a lot of services. Tell us about some of those services.
We're really, really strong in the emergency services, smoke, fire damage restoration, storm and water damage restoration, all while working with your insurance company. We also do mold remediation, basement and crawl space waterproofing, foundation repair, and roof repair. We are a full-service company.
All right, as to the owner, we know you wear a lot of hats. What do you do day to day?
I really love being out in the field working with our clients. It gives me a great opportunity to understand their needs so we can take care of them.
Your hands-on approach, I think, is a lot to do with the success of Michaelis. If you find yourself needing their services, give them a call anytime, 24/7 at 844-FIX-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation. Construct, renovate, restore.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with zero sugar. This is the Pepsi with zero compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Line of scrimmage is the 8. Lawrence Tech trying to knock this thing in. Trying to find their second touchdown. Chauncey Mays, big number 98, says, hold on a second. Mays comes firing in there. Ball came out, and Apple was able to collect it, but not before. A big loss for Lawrence Tech. Move it back to the 15-yard line.
And I'm going to look for some kind of screen or some kind of shallow cross or something here because of the pressure that Marian is creating here.
Second down and goal for Apple. Looking to his left. More pressure. Tripped up. Sticking his hand in there, Noah Earl Jackson. That'll be his first sack of the season.
Noah Earl Jackson from Columbus North. I love his tenacity to get after the quarterback here.
Play.
A great play there. You can't hold the ball. You got to get rid of the ball. If you're Brady Apple, that's why I look maybe a screen or something that's going to drag under, because Tyler Stin has established he's going to bring pressure, good or bad. He's bringing it. And again, how do you do that? Run a screen, replace those linebackers that are blitzing if I am Keith Beckham.
Oh, what a job. Earl Jackson leaps in the air, avoids the block, comes down, grabs the foot. Third down and goal to go. Four-man rush. Underneath, it's caught. Maybe it was caught. Let's see it. That ball looked like it came out afterwards. I'm not sure if it was held on through and completed through by Jaden Rembert.
And that was Noah Earl Jackson again on the breakup there. Good job by the sophomore from Columbus, and just again, nice job by the substitutes or that second team unit. They're coming in playing really well right now.
Fourth down and goal to go. Well, you bring in the second unit, and they're still able to apply the pressure.
And they're excited. They're doing a great job. Tells me the depth that this night team has and how the future is going to continue to be bright.
And there is Tyler Stinn in that yellow jacket and the white cap. First-year defensive coordinator, and as Lance mentioned, just all about Marian as a part of their first national championship team. He has been a coach on this staff. Tyler has been now for 6 seasons, and he's worked in several different capacities on the defensive side of the ball, and it's his first season as the DC.
He's been there for 10 years, if you count the years he played. And now coach, and he is just, I'm really happy for Tyler. I remember when he was working in the corporate world, basically said, hey, I'm going to go back and coach at Marian. What do you think? I said, great idea. I just think it's something that is in his blood. He was single at that point and really has worked his way up and has paid his dues, and really happy for the young man. He's taking advantage of a great opportunity.
Yeah, and he and his wife welcomed in the new young child this summer. And you and Tyler go way back.
Tyler was on my very first team at Noblesville in 08 and was a great safety for us there, and really left his mark with the Millers, and then came to Marian and excelled, and now he's doing it as a coach. Could not be prouder of him.
Yeah, and for Marian, there's been it's just a tremendous legacy of defensive coordinators that have come through here, and Tyler's defense has been picking it up the last 6+ games. Here's a 4th down, and Apple is hit. Turnover on downs. He just is forced to hold on to that ball because it's goal to go from the 22, and the defense eventually gets to him.
Great job. When you've got to hold the ball that long, this front is that good. And they did a nice job because Apple had somebody open, just not enough time to complete the pass. Great job up front by that night defense.
That's Jacob Howell, number 41, getting the congratulations. So now the offense will come out. 13-14 to play in the 4th quarter.
Now let's look and see who's out there offensively, because I'm seeing a lot of fresh faces, which I think is great for your program.
Well, that first new face we'll look at will be at the quarterback position. That's Tristan Polk. Polk will hand it off. So Polk will hand it off to William Gibson, 3rd-year man out of Decatur Central is the running back Gibson.
Great job of just understanding that these kids have earned this right to play. Very happy to see Tristan Polk from Floyd Central. Has seen him for a long time. Came to our camp for many years down from Floyd Central, and just the future's bright with Tristan.
Gibson plants his foot, carries it out to the 27-yard line. 59 yards on the season, 16 carries for Gibson. He has ripped off a 52-yarder already this season.
Gibson has got great load to the ground, runs behind his pads, and again, what I like about watching him run is he's always running with a great forward lean.
3rd down and 4. Polk coming in as Marian with this large lead, giving their starters this 4th quarter off. Gibson on 3rd and 4. He will be hit, but keeps moving forward, and he extends past those sticks.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, running behind his pads and running with a lean. And again, when you make that contact, you're going to have to restart your feet. He does. Bam, feet keep going. Thus, he can keep going. Runs with a lean, yards after contact. Great job by the Decatur Central product.
Line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line. T-Ray Smith, 87, is out there on the field right now. Trent Gibson is the wide receiver at the top of the screen. Another handoff to Gibson. Boy, just slips right by the defender and then drags him for a couple of feet. Hanging on to those ankles was Thomas Lewis, number 16.
Offensive line has done a good job, and what was nice about that last run about Gibson, it gives these offense players another set of downs to be out there. Clock is running. Mom and dad are happy. Kids are happy. It's exciting when you get into the game.
That's a good way to put that. Happy parents. I don't have to hear from any parents.
I'm
after
telling
the
you,
game.
everyone is seeing their child play. It just does a great job for the morale of your program.
Also out there at the wide receiver position is Jake Reichert, number 8.
Going to have almost a punch thrown here, unsportsmanlike, yeah.
Exactly the stuff you really want to avoid.
Well, it's why you bring your second unit in. You want to keep your kids safe. There was no need for it. The play's over. You're being blocked. You're 8 yards behind the play, and all of a sudden you haul. If you're lucky, Darren didn't declare that a punch. Because now you're done. Even though this is your last game, guess what? That serves and goes over till next year, and though you wouldn't play in the first game.
Move that line of scrimmage to the 46-yard line. Looking around the league today, Concordia beat St. Francis in Fort Wayne today, 37-7.
Wow.
So the Cardinals have in all likelihood punched their ticket into the playoffs. They are currently ranked 9th in the nation. Hand off to Gibson, turns the corner, a flag comes in. And Lance, that'll tell you about the depth of the Mid-States East. You know, Indiana Wesleyan's ranked 6th in the country. They grabbed the automatic bid. Marian is ranked 8th. Concordia is ranked 9th. And they will take on 2 of the 4, maybe 5 at-large bids.
This is the SEC of NAIA football. This conference is phenomenal. Again, you're looking at national champions coming out of this conference so often, or at least you've got to go through this conference to win a national championship, because there's going to always be multiple teams in this division from the conference in the national championship tournament.
And Marian, with the 2 losses this season, one of those was on the opening weekend of the season. They lost to a nationally ranked Division II Tiffin team.
Right. And Tiffin has done a great job out of Ohio, and it's really been fascinating to see that Mark Henniger willing to play up and play against a very good Tiffin team.
You know, and I think that says a lot for Marian, and I know some of their alumni would like to see more of those opportunities. There's a ball tipped into the air off the hands of Gibson. You'd like to see more of those opportunities, because even though it was a loss, you still are going to finish at least 8th in the country and host a home game. So it doesn't hurt you in many ways, but that loss does impact some of the way the voters look at you. But overall, this program can still succeed even by playing up at times.
Well, you need to be able to do that, because I still think there's a fine line between NAIA and Division II. And I think that you've got to challenge your kids, your program. It helps with recruiting. And as long as you keep making the playoffs, it's always a win-win for whatever happens.
The Marian is on their way to the postseason for the 4th consecutive season. That will be a school best mark. And it will be the 10th time in 15 years. Gibson really trying to fight his way through there. Just not a lot there, as a lot of that wave of defense is coming in to make some plays. Still some starters out there on that Lawrence Tech defensive side of the ball.
Well, and the nice thing for the second unit is they're getting some great play against the starters. And so, again, there's something about crossing onto to the field, that white line. Everything changes. It looks so simple from the sideline. Now, what do I need to do and grow as a player? I can see it in game action, which is huge learning, and helps that learning curve for these young Knights.
Gibson, little stutter, and then explodes through. Boy, what a great initial read to be patient, and then jumps right through the hole in a nice big gain.
Nice job in general by Gibson. Great jump cut. Again, you're running with that great lane. Now puts them back in kind of a decent place. They're still going to punt the ball, but good couple downs there for the Knight offense.
Good block downfield by the tight end, number 86, Nick Miller. And you're right, just a good little explosive run there to get something positive going. 8 plays, 36 yards for Marian. Doesn't feel like much, but nearly 5 minutes came off the clock.
That's the biggest thing, was you're getting players and positive things on film, and the clock is running, and I think that's a huge deal for your program.
Well, Soper's punt, and it will be blocked, but I think, boy, was he in the end zone? Did he save
the ball? The ball has to.
Tyree Spence puts his body down there and basically acted
Yep.
like a wall.
Little different than the NFL. The NFL, I believe, if you go into to the end zone, you're just an extension of the ball. Here, the ball, as long as the ball stays out of the end zone, it's not a touchback.
And that was a great shot. When Spence initially turned around, he looked up, not realizing that
Sure.
ball was already on the turf. Boy, what a job by 87 down there. That's terrific.
Great job again by making plays. And those are things that help you during the offseason of understanding I want to be on the field more often next fall, and it just creates a great atmosphere for the offseason for some of these young kids.
Boy, what a punt by Soper. Have that bounce inside the 10, and then Tyrese Spence just squares up. The ball bounces off of him, and he keeps it out of the end zone. And this will be a 1-yard penalty on Lawrence Tech.
There's so many little things about playing now, playing into to the playoffs with the added practice time for your young kids and your team in general. And just that culture that Coach Henniger has here now is such a big deal.
Apple, the quarterback, just trying to give himself some room.
Looks like a rugby scrum.
You know, Marian, they're become accustomed to playing through Thanksgiving.
It's a big deal when you are playing football and the leaves on the trees are gone.
Yes.
And that's a goal every year. When that happens, that tells me you're playing deep into to the tournament, and something that is an expectation around here at Marian, and something that Coach Henniger has embraced, and so the players.
So Marian is on their way to the postseason. We will await to see who they will play. The ISC Sports Network will carry the Marian first-round game, and Apple has to dump it out. He was in all sorts of trouble, and there's a late flag that comes down. And did this penalty occur in the end zone?
I think they were looking at intentional grounding.
And they might.
I think the linesman saying that there was a receiver here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh. Okay.
So a blow to the face is going to be the penalty. See, it happens right here on 54.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it was. He got the hands up.
Great call by Darren Haas.
So Sam Ashton got his hands a little too up on the offensive lineman.
Yeah, I like the effort, and I understand that. You just got to know where your hand placement has to be, and it cannot be around the face or face mask area.
So first down and 10. Move that football out to the 18-yard line. Well, you got to get north and south. Runs out of room as you head over to that sideline handoff to Keon Sanders. Well, Marian, if they are at home, and with that number 8 ranking, a lot of people believe, and it's not official until tomorrow night, 7 o'clock announcements, the Marian will have a chance to host. And if they do host at home, the ISC Sports Network will broadcast next Saturday's opening round playoff game for the Marian Knights. And Mark Henniger's 4-1 at home. 4-2 in the opening round. Marian lost in the opening round last year in the spring when they went on the road. So it'll be their returning home where they were in 19, winning in the first round, second round, and then advancing to the championship game. Nice little run coming out of the backfield.
There are a lot of positives moving forward with Coach Henniger and the Knights, and I think it's just an exciting time. And you put so much time and effort, and this year's been so unusual because you've been playing since last winter, really, and to be able to get into the tournament again is just a credit to what Coach Henniger has done and what these players have bought into.
Apple will take off, and he will come out close to the chain. So a couple of big plays. Previous run was by Justin Cantu. It's nearly a 10-yard run right there by Apple as that clock winds down with Marian way out in front of Lawrence Tech.
The Clock is running, so Coach Henninger's happy. Kids are getting on the film, and they're seeing themselves on film. That's how you learn. Film doesn't lie, and that's just a great teachable moment for the program itself.
Apple underneath. Pass is complete. Getting lots of people involved right now. Pass complete to Mauricio Jenkins, a backup tight end.
Apple's done a nice job since he's been in there. He is he's run a little bit, he's thrown a little bit, he's been under duress a little bit, but he's handled himself well. Just a sophomore, and something that I know that Coach Mitchell will use moving forward.
Sanders on the carry. Well, Marian on top, 41-7. So where do you head after the game? You go to Hoagies and Hops. Hoagies and Hops is authentic Philly food with rolls from South Jersey and cold cuts fresh out of Philadelphia. Located just 2 miles from campus. Proud to sponsor the Knights. Stop by today. That's the best part. You're at a college campus. You get a win. Stay around the area for a little bit, grab a bite, and then make your way on home.
I just love the location of Marian. You're 10 minutes from downtown Indy, and there's so many opportunities for you professionally and for your career, and you're able to come to a great university like this. I think there's a lot to offer here at Marian.
Boy, Apple was winding that one up, trying to go deep for Jaden Rembert. Underwood on the coverage.
Thought we might have got a little grab there by the Knights. They didn't see it that way. I think it's a little more hand fighting than anything else.
2nd down and 10. Officials will hold up the offense.
Yeah, Underwood out of Fort Wayne. I love the idea that the Knights can go into Fort Wayne and steal a kid from Snyder. And Underwood's got a bright future, just a freshman.
Yeah, that's what will be fascinating to watch. How recruiting works out the next couple of years. If St. Francis, if they do take a downturn, which is not something you expect from the Cougars, but now real strong competition from Indiana Wesleyan. These are 3 serious programs really close to Indianapolis that are going after some great kids.
And this is really what our state is. We are a fantastic, NAIA D2 1AA state. We have our Division I players, but we have a plethora players that can excel at the NAIA level, which is, again, is great football. And I think that's the one thing high school kids, when they come to a Marian game, they realize these guys are really good, and it really shows.
Howell on that last play, number 41's had a nice job, and here's some pressure in as they try to set up that screen, and Marian keeps getting a little better at that. Bailey Bennett, senior from Center Grove, all over it.
Great job by Bailey Bennett of diagnosing and understanding what was happening there, and was there even if the ball would have been caught. He would have been there for the play, so great job by the senior.
Lawrence Tech to punt it away. 3:32 remaining in the game. Marian turned this game around in the 2nd quarter, and then a 13-play drive to open up the 3rd quarter. Gave them the only score of this 2nd half, and that's all that Marian has needed. And the offense will take over right there at the 10-yard line. Well, the Michaelis Corporation, from ground-up building projects to around-the-clock emergency security services, no one answers your prayers or the phones quicker than Michaelis. You see the number right there. Give it a call, 1-844-FIX-INDY. That's Michaelis.
Another opportunity for us to see the future of the Knights. And, again, they are awfully young, and they're too deep on both sides of the football. And you're seeing some quality depth here by the Knights.
There's Zion David, number 90, the tight end that's out there. Next to the left tackle, Ethan Waters. Jake Toady is in at guard. Connor Young is the center. Andrew Griner is the right guard. And Gibson still carrying that rock.
And the only group that doesn't like coming in with a second unit are the receivers, because normally you're going to run the football. There's not a lot of passing when you're up 41-7. And so that's the only group the quarterback is happy to hand the ball off, get a chance to touch it. But normally you don't see a lot of throwing. You'll see it every now and then, but for the most part, the ball is going to be on the ground.
Yeah, lots of blocking from Armani
Yes.
Glass and the guys out there. There's number 83. Yeah, get ready to block.
But you're on the field, and Mom, Dad, and Grandma, Grandpa are happy. They're seeing them on the broadcast and on the field.
And that's the one thing that ISC can provide. Here's a give to Gibson. You know, if you come to Marian, you know all your home games are going to be on television. They do an incredible job, the ISC Sports Network crew. When you look around at other broadcasts throughout the league with the camera angles, the graphics they have, no one can compare to what this crew is able to do.
It's great that the Marian has embraced ISC because it does such a great job to not just football, but basketball, volleyball, and their soccer, and just the exposure these kids get. And the nice thing is it opens it up to the entire country, so any relative can watch and follow. And it's just a really unique really agreement with Marian and ISC.
3rd down and 8. Gibson trying to move that pile to see if you can take a knee to end this game out. Well, we had Jake Morris directing today. Sean Walker on graphics. That's not a name we've said here recently. Good to see Sean again. Rob and Aaron on the cameras. And Marian will have their 8th win of the season.
So you're going to run the clock down to 0, call timeout, and punt the ball away.
An 8th regular season win would happen for the 6th time in the last 8 fall seasons under Coach Henn. You know, you look at it, typically you're only playing 10 games. So 6 out of the last 8 years, this team's managed to collect 8 wins. They're going to go to the playoffs for a school record 4th straight year, 10th playoff appearance in 15 years of playing football.
He's done an incredible job. Took over for Coach Karras, who came in and really established an identity for Marian football, and that's something that's awful special. And one thing I would like to mention here that I'm excited for Coach Henniger, he's got his son Jack.
Yeah.
On in the program, played at Ritter, fine quarterback, and really happy for Coach Henniger to kind of steal a little time away with Jack and have him experience this love that he has for Marian. And it's great to have your family involved. It's great for Jack to be on campus and be a part of the program as well.
Yeah, and that campus you talk about has changed so much over the years.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They've done a great job, and in this part of the campus really has changed the dynamic of the campus. And I love seeing that, and I love it what it does for the university in general.
Yeah, he's Lance Scheib. I'm Scott McCauley. Marian is going to pick up their 8th win of the year. And we'll see who they take on next Saturday in the playoffs. And this football program has taken off, and a lot of that's the direction of President Dan Elsner, celebrating his 20th year as the president at Marian University. Football has really been a focal point for him, knowing what that can do for the university and the sports scene.
Dan Elsner is a visionary, and he really has understood and embraced what athletics does to your campus. And he has really brought Marian forward in so many leaps and bounds of doing that. And all of what you're seeing really is a byproduct of Daniel Elsner, just a phenomenal leader for the Knights.
Boy, great punt by Sopra. You know, we're going to hear his name. I think he should be first team all-league as they'll announce all the Mid-States award winners this week prior to the playoffs starting. And he has just been an outstanding punter all season long. Clean his shoes. Clean the cleats.
Great punt, great job. You win, and you consistently win when you win all 3 phases of the game. And special teams today have been very good for Marian, and the punting game has been fantastic.
41-7 Marian. They will grab an at-large bid. And then hopefully they have an opportunity to play in front of the home fans next Saturday.
Would be awful special. This is a great venue, a great place to play games. You've got loyal fans, you've got great fans. They're active in this game. This is a great experience, a great game day experience here for the Knights.
The future is in at quarterback right now, and Caleb Garner. He's going to be the 3rd quarterback to grab some snaps today. The last one, a little read option. Clock running down. Let's see if the Blue Devils want to snap this one more time. It appears they want to get one more in. Final play of the game. Garner will roll out to his right. And he'll take a shot at the sidelines. And the game is over, and Marian wins this one 41-7. And the Knights improve to 8-2, 6-1 in mid-states play, and really an impressive performance today by the Marian Knights.
A total win, a great team win, something that they needed to have happen to move on and give themselves a chance to play next week. They took care of business. They were the better team from start to finish. Congratulations to Coach Henniger, his staff, and the players.
Well, the Michaelis postgame show will come your way next. The Knights are a winner. They head to the playoffs for the 10th time in school history on the ISC Sports Network.
I've always liked Indianapolis. I've been interested in the bigger city life. The community and everything fell into place.
With my degree, I plan on becoming a pediatric nurse. Indianapolis has several hospitals and different options to choose from as to where I should go.
I chose Indianapolis because I love the Pacers, I love the Colts, and this is a basketball city. I just wanted to stay in the city, play in front of my friends and family, and try to give Marian my best.
This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Who's got time for hot dogs and disco music? Your mind's cluttered with thoughts of commercial waste removal. So thank the good Lord above for Ray's Trash. Ray's will collect the intolerable rubbish at all your company's locations up to 6 times a week. That's 42 times in dog weeks. They shred documents and recycle too. And Ray's has roll-off containers for big loads, like construction waste or when your giant dies. Got a business? Get yourself to raystrash.com.
raystrash.com.
Ray's Trash.
Marian wins this 41-7. Welcome to the Michaelis postgame show, presenting sponsor of Marian Knights football, along with Lance Scheib. I'm Scott McCauley. What a performance today. Zach Bundalo finishes up his first full regular season as the starting quarterback. He ends today 255 yards and 3 touchdowns, giving him 27 touchdowns on the season. On the ground, Tristan Tante, the senior who was honored before the game on senior day, 116 yards on the ground. He scores twice, and Ben Stevens steals the show in the first half. 4 catches, 166 yards, including an 83-yard touchdown pass. Marian dominates in the second quarter, sends the message home at the start of the third quarter, and as a former coach, you know how Mark Henniger is feeling after this win. Solid performance. You have to be proud of the way this team wrapped up the regular season and gets ready for the playoffs.
So much on the line, so much that they had to play for, and they answered the bell. That's the thing as a coach you got to be thrilled with, is you got an opportunity that you control your own destiny. You come in, take care of business. You're executing and hitting on all cylinders. A huge, impressive win.
And you mentioned it earlier, play to your level. And look, Lawrence Tech came in at 7-3. But Marian has played Lawrence Tech in the past, and they've had their way. You cannot underestimate any opponents or get sloppy and play to the way the opponents did. Marian played to their level today. They forced 2 quick turnovers in that first quarter. They're up 14-0. And from there, if you're a Marian fan, you feel good about yourself on where you are at the start of that game.
Just a solid game. That's what I was impressed with. There was no, again, they came in, established the run, established the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football, and really just dominated this game, and they imposed their will. as a coach, that's what you got to be happiest with. You impose your will, played a clean game, you come out of the game healthy, and you dominate, and you just play in all phases, and that was exciting.
Yeah, and you look at Marian now. This is their 15th season of football, and today was their 130th career win. Mark Henniger wins for the 82nd time. This is the one of 3 passes from Bundalo. This team was sharp today, Lance.
Bundalo was impressive. First time I've had a chance to watch him play, and he just played well, and I thought the defense was opportunistic. They were aggressive. They really caused issues all day long for this Blue Devil offense. And then Ben Stevens, my goodness, was he special today.
Thank you very much to the ISC Sports Network crew, and for you out there, tune in at 7 o'clock on the NAIA Facebook page. They will have the selection show. Also, keep it on MUKnights.com or their Twitter page to see who the Knights will play. If it's at home, you can watch it next Saturday. For Lance Scheib, I'm Scott McCauley. Thanks for watching Marian University football.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. They've been in business over 35 years. I'm here with Joe Polizzi to talk emergency services. Now, Joe, when I set my house on fire with a toaster, you were actually in my yard before the firefighters left.
Well, Pat, I remember that call like it was yesterday, and although I was disappointed that it was yours, I was happy that I was going to be able to provide some assistance.
You know, this is a true story. A firefighter actually told me I needed to call someone for emergency services, kind of obvious, and I told him Michaelis was on the way. He said, great, because they're the real deal. Joe, now what do you do in these situations when you show up?
Well, we try to be a calming influence, and we try to find out what the needs are of the family. Everybody's needs are different. Everybody's desires are different. What we try to do is match what we could provide with what they need and do it very smoothly.
I've lived it. If you find yourself needing emergency restoration service in the wake of a fire, flood, or storm, give the Michaelis Corporation a call anytime, 24/7, 844-FIX-INDY.
The minute I stepped foot on campus, I didn't want to leave.
Everyone here is about helping you succeed.
It's hard work, but it's totally worth it. I have so much support from my advisors.
The nursing program is why I chose Marian.
I'm studying to be a teacher.
I'm a business major.
My professors really challenge me, and I know I'll be ready for my career.
A great education is the best thing you could ever do for yourself.
Marian University, an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today for full scholarship.